Could get diffuser, but time is not in his favor. He has a challenge, the shotgun close, and Wood's gonna get it!
Do some damage. Nicolai from the backside! Finds Wood to them again! It would be a big one. He's finding the first. Can he find it? Swing again!
What? Left in a 1v3, make that a 1v2. Make that a 1v1! Oh my goodness, Nitro sell out, and who's gonna stop him?
Welcome back to SCS6, everyone. I am Cookies R6. To my left or right, whatever, is Vinny AU Gold. And today we're going to be watching a good one. If you saw on the timer, you recognize the logos. Good for you. ARIAL Rise versus Surf. Before we do that, Vinny, we gotta talk about what happened yesterday. If you missed it.
Hey, hope you did. There's some nice games. People In Control versus Achieve, and it was Achieve to take it so they can play that decider match next week. And we had, IF play against Okami, and that game wasn't nearly as close, unfortunately. IF taking a quick 2-0 against Okami, and again, an elimination game. Okami now out, and IF once again will go on to a decider match next week.
Right, and we don't actually have a epic replay today. Apologize profusely. It's like going to McDonald's and there's no ice cream. I know. But instead, we'll talk about the bracket and the tactical situation in Group D instead. Okay, this is serious business. This is some people said it's a group of death, not just because the group starts with D, but because there's, we've got Wichita Wolves, we've got Nocturnes in an elimination match, and then you've got the Demons of T3 up there with Surf and ARIAL Academy, who pulled off the upset against Nocturnes, of course, in the opening match. I don't know. It's someone's heart's gonna be broken, Benny, based on what I'm looking at in this bracket.
Oh man, somebody's gonna be upset with themselves after today, most likely. But hey, that's what we're here for. It's a cutthroat business in this league right now, and they've gotta pull something off. Especially ARIAL. They did well against Nocturnes, but man, they got a trek to go if they want to make it to playoffs. But they still have a decider match if they lose this next week against either Wichita Wolves or Nocturnes. So they still have a chance, no matter what, to make it to playoffs.
And speaking of Wichita Wolves and Nocturnes, that'll be next. We'll be watching that next after this one. But before we get to that, let's talk about Surf. Let's talk ARIAL Academy, because it's Academy, not the main team. But I'll talk Surf first. Ashen. I'm not talking about ashy knees. I'm talking about Ashen. That guy, he's pretty good at this video game. He's pretty quality, pretty nice. Asian as well. Red dots, etc., etc. Ambi. His sense is way too high. Those three, I don't mean to disrespect Spiff and Reed, but those three, they're like AAA, right? That's the new term that I'm coining for those three. And for this team, they're nasty. They're sparky. And Spiff and Reed just complement them epically well. And as a result, this team, it's a lot of people's, pick to win this, and they're picked to represent and be the shining light for Tier 3 North American Siege. So we'll see all of that here. But they have to beat ARIAL Academy first.
Yeah, ARIAL Academy, a team we didn't really, we saw them play, and they seemed more like a pug stack back in qualifiers, so we expect them to make it. But here they are, though. They Spiker, Hypers, Frozen, Vena, and Dame. And these are members who have been around. They've been around the scene. You know these names. Some have been in CL, some have been just in the amateur scene playing it well, but they're not Surf Esports. They're not a shining light like Cookies is talking about. And can they beat a AAA support team like this? Can they really go against these people who have just been dominantly winning matches left and right, not only in this league but other leagues, in other past leagues? And really, what can they do? Last week against Nocturnes, it was a close game, and Nocturnes isn't quite there right now compared to Surf Esports.
Nocturnes is an amoeba. Nocturnes is a caterpillar that's turning into a butterfly. Nocturnes ain't quite there, right? I will say I'm gonna defend Dami before we go into this player comparison. I'm gonna defend Dami. Dami's a CCS champ. Don't you ever say. Ferme wrote that critical point, by the way. Ferme, that Dami is not Surf Esports. Dami could slide in on Surf. He's a champion, all right? But yes, let's talk about the player comparisons between these two teams in this matchup. Dami's not actually leading the team, so maybe Dami just stinks now. I don't know. Venatorial, if you are a fan of the Wave Runners, aka Wave Surfers, aka Scams, I don't want to play no more.
Oh, God.
Vena is from that team. Vena, he went and said, I want to play Valorant. And then he came back to this game, and he's obviously still performing really well. X-Challenge League player. And of course, on the other side of things, Ashy knees, Ashin. Yeah, he's literally the top rated player in the league. So this comparison isn't exactly fair, Benny, is it?
Well, yeah, so because Surf dominantly beat Wichita Wolves last week, and then we had still Veta did well. They played a great game against Nocturnes, but it was a close game. It was 3 maps, 7-2, 7-5, 7-5 in the favor of ARIAL Academy. So yeah, the stats don't, at least Veta had 3 maps to get those stats, and Ashen only had 2. That's
fair. Somewhat. Wait, if that's what you just said, wouldn't that mean that? I guess. I mean, in Mr. Venus credit, right? He's playing support. Yeah. Right. He's playing support. He's doing a good job at it. Like I said, this is a guy who is like, you know what? I hate this game. I'm done, bro. After his he had a rough Challenge League season, man. And that's the type of thing that makes you want to retire. It makes you want to say, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm gonna go become a car salesman or something. Vena had an existential crisis. A lot of these guys on ARIAL Academy didn't. They came right back, went through the walls. Here they are in a chance, Benny, to win the bracket and to perhaps go to the SCS playoffs, which is big stuff. Let me remind you all, there is a pro-am at the end of this. You win this stage, you win the playoffs of this stage, you're going there, baby. You're going to the pro-am and you can be TSM killers. So that's quite a 180 from some of these guys' careers competitively prior to SCS. So it depends. Obviously, that's big aspirations. That's big aspirations because they got to be Surf first, right?
That's a bit far in the future there. You kind of.
I'm just hyping up the pro-am. I'm just hyping up the pro-am. All right.
Hey,
I'm just reminding y'all that's a thing. Okay.
Let's go to the near future now. Let's talk about maps we might be going to, or will be going to, for the most part, in this map veto. And where are we going to? Well, for the most part, it's going to be some of the same, but some new things, something you wouldn't expect in this, amateur scene would be, banning in Oregon. Like ARIAL Academy banning one of the maps that we always see in T3 in the amateur scene, and then Surf banning out Bank. Bank's been just a wild things. And then Clubhouse, ARIAL Academy picked that. It's a map everybody knows how to play. Coastline though, Surf, of course they're going to pick Coastline. And then we go on to Chalet for our decider.
Well, this is actually very peculiar. Surf has banned Bank quite a lot. Well, quite a lot. Hasn't been that many games, but they banned it against Wolves too. So I'm wondering if they're saving it or if they just started not have a map pool.
I don't know. Banning against Wichita makes sense though, because we've seen them play really well on the map though.
Yeah, they're probably saving it, right? Yeah, and that's true. Yeah, this is a Challenge League team, more organized team. You don't want to play Bank when you don't have to, right? So, wow. I see a whole lot of. You know what I'm saying? What is that look? I see a whole lot of down there. Don't you?
It's the slogan when you go surfing. Come on.
Yeah, like Cowabunga, because I think all of us think Surf is gonna raffle stomp. Even our official Twitter. I don't even know who made that tweet, but they're like, "Will Surf slam them as we expect them to?" I don't think anyone believes in ARIAL Academy.
I don't think anybody does. It's hard to. It's really hard to. I'm sorry. It really is hard to believe in them.
There's a CCS champ on ARIAL Academy. There is a former Challenger League IGL on ARIAL Academy and Frozen R6.
There is.
You think they're gonna come here and lay down, Benny? Clearly, because we all voted for them to lose.
When I saw them go that 15-round match against In Control on Cafe, yeah, I kind of lost hope.
Pass in the pass.
Pass in the pass. Yeah, that's they had time to reform and fix things up. But hey, we're going on to the first map of Clubhouse. ARIAL Academy's pick. What are the bands going to be? Is it going to be the same old probably?
You know what? Just because it's the same old doesn't mean we can't talk about it and analyze it, Vinny.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm sick of having this conversation. I have it with CDAPS. I'm having it with you. All right. We can talk about the bands. We know it's going to be Habana. We know Thatcher's probably next.
Well, at least Habana can be changed out though. That's the good thing. At least that's one thing you can talk about. At least
we already knew, right?
Yeah.
But there's things to discuss here.
Yeah.
Thatcher, some of these teams play worse with Thatcher. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That was actually I think we had that on Tuesday when they didn't ban Thatcher. Actually, when they brought Thatcher a lot of times, we actually had the question: are they actually using Thatcher appropriately in those rounds? And actually something different. Kaid's banned.
Not to their full extent, right?
Yeah.
Habana, of course, extra pellets on multiple hatches in the basement, and it's problematic for the defenders on that site. Make that site playable, and you ban our Valkyrie ban as well. I don't think that changes in yet, where you can throw them outside and.
No, that changes. That's still being experimented. They haven't fixed that. If I remember correctly, they delayed it because on certain maps, the cams were getting cut off on the inside walls.
oh yeah, so whatever,
Yeah,
siege.
yeah,
But like it hasn't happened yet. But people, maybe when that happens, maybe we'll see a cut back in the Valkyrie bands. But till then, oh, you can bet she ain't gonna be played. You heard me?
Hey, but hey, that leaves Mirror up for available. That's going to be interesting to see how they do here. We're going to gym bedroom first, and well, that's kind of the site you usually expect Mirror to be on, really.
Absolutely. And I guess that's more important. That's important to notice. Neither team banned Mira. Mira is about to be if there's something that can crutch ARIA's, or sorry, this isn't ARIAL Arise. This is ARIAL Academy. Okay, big difference. One's in Challenger League. The other had an existential crisis. But yes, here we are. ARIAL Academy. One thing can will them to victory here is a Mira, right? That is something, if Surf and the AAA pincer movement that's going to occur just about every round can run into obstacles, it will be running into a Mira. And they only have Thermite. They don't have range and hard destruction, Benny. You see the Habana band we love to gloss over? That is so biblically important right now.
Yep.
Because what's Ambi going to do? He's going to walk up with the Thermite charge and put it on the Mira? No. Big problem. They didn't bring AC.
But the buck is there, though.
Yeah. You also have who's on Jaeger?
Oh,
and
it
answer
is
that
the
question for me.
CCS champion, Dom.
That's the CCS champ on Jaeger running around. So there's a chance that if you're trying to clear out bar and buck up and do all that cute stuff, that's an opportunity for ARIAL Academy to perhaps steal rounds, perhaps competitive. But you see, wow, look at Ashton.
He's
already
already
in.
the dude. And the thing is, Spiff's playing buck, and he's got the AAA support. He's got people in the back to make sure he don't get shot by Dommy running around. He's got people to tow him up if he hits a flat tire.
Absolutely. I think on that topic, Ashton, one of those three, Spiff as well. Everybody's coming in from the bottom floor, and it's for the reasons we described. Someone like Dommy running around, you shut him down, you get in early, you cut him off, you get the control you need, and you buck that Mirror off if you need to. And I'm going to tell you, Ambi on Thermite is hilarious to see. This guy, Ambi aged like 40 years in the span of 2 years. He's already on Thermite, but this team's pretty talented, and obviously, understandably so, he's going to be on Thermite over some of these demons. You could look at Spiff, already considering what he wants to buck out. The logistics Mirror?
Yeah, that'll be a start inside the kitchen. Ashen looking for a pick on somebody who might peek their head. He sees one, and yep, it is Frozen, unaware of Ashen's presence underneath the hatch inside the gym. Spiff looking to try and, see if there's a defender right beneath in that corner by the bed. Sees nobody there. He's gonna start bucking up below into gym as well. And I'm assuming sooner or later they'll get to these mirrors, because you can destroy one of those mirrors from bar, and you can get the other one from kitchen.
Yep, and well, speak of the devil, look at this guy on the flank. But Surf's ready for this. This is an established roster. It's not just a bunch of, guys playing ranked. There's going to be flank cams. There's going to be stuff set up to cut off whatever Dommy's trying to do on that flank. You already see that Mirror popped in logistics, meaning that position just got a hell of a lot harder to play. But Spiff's going to get taken out. Ambi on the Thermite. Make no mistake, he may be on Thermite, but he can still shoot extraordinarily well. But this Mirror is still a problem, and I don't think the Bucks actually worked his way over to the part of bar to deal with that yet, because he's dead, right? That's hard to do when you're dead, but it doesn't really matter. 4v2 anyway. Grenades flying out.
Ooh.
Asian getting kills. That's Dommy who was trying to flank. Spiker's trying to make something happen though, and he actually does. Gets a double kill on the players in the breach. And again, talking about how important that range and hard destruction is. It's going to force a double main stairs push. And the remaining two attackers on Surf, but do they have any idea that Spiker's here? No, he's going to get third and maybe a fourth. If that gun had more damage, he gets 4, but he gets only 3, at least for the time being. He should. Wait, no, he didn't get that kill. He didn't kill him. Wait a minute, I'm hallucinating, but it's still a 1 versus 1, and Spiker loses it. What?
He did kill Ashen.
I didn't see that.
Killed Ashen too.
That's like the second time, because we saw that yesterday. I think we saw that when Sweater shot at an Ion on coastline. It was Karn and Co.
Oh yeah.
Sweater shot at him. He was like, "Oh, he's dead," but he wasn't. Okay.
He killed him too. I will say, yeah, he was. Unfortunately, it seemed like he was having a hard time. Spiker's had a hard time with that vector for a second there.
I mean, yeah. But
this right here,
I could have swore he killed him right there, because, oh my goodness. Okay.
You think at this level of play, when someone turns their back to you like that, they'd be dead. That's like the expected.
That's outcome. What I'm saying, right? It's like you just kind of say, yeah, that he did.
Yeah, like in this level of play, usually when someone turns a corner and they don't know you're there, that person's dead automatically. We think, but in that instance, it wasn't, unfortunately. But really, just that round, fortunately, you saw. They didn't have a lot of hard bridges, so they couldn't deal with mirror and bathroom. But that doesn't stop Surf from still just slamming every single person when they peek their head out. I think the only reason they even got close was Spiker. Spiker can get a double kill on the breach was really the only reason. Hyper's also kill, got to give his own, but that was the only reason ARIAL had a chance in that round was Spiker and Hyper's getting those picks early on, and then but still it was a main stairs push. It was certainly a crossfire for the last two players to try and finish it out, but they could not finish that crossfire out.
Yeah, that is devastating. I mean, I genuinely believed I was about to watch Spiker with the E missing. I thought he was about to do something crazy there, but instead I played myself, and it is what it is. But I will say that was a really close round for a team that no one's giving a chance.
Yeah, true.
That was a 1v1 at the end. But as we transition into this round, I don't see a roam, Benny. Do you? I see some mutes and whatnot. Unless someone's just crouch walking
is
around
someone in the kitchen?
What?
I just saw. No, okay, no. He's inside dirt.
Oh, you
I'm
tripping,
crazy.
B.
I'm tripping. I saw
There's
the
a mirror.
silhouette and I was like, there's no way, right? There's no way.
You tripping, B, and there's also a mirror on bottom main, meaning whatever in the world Ashton is trying to do, just crouch walk down and make a power play, which, let me tell you, not just ranked stars or whatever, but obviously really aggressive T3 players love the bottom main push at 20 seconds in the round. People love that one. That's a tilter that Ashton was going for, but fortunately he didn't take into account the mirror's up. He's not going to be able to peek down the hallway and get a cheeky kill or anything, so you're just going to have to play a little more reserved, at least for the time being. Default Cam's getting sniped.
Yeah,
as this attack sets up.
It's a pretty general defense here. They just, use those mirrors to hold off blue, have the person have the smoke, of course, playing dirt. And for sure, we'll see how, Surf can deal with both the mirrors and because again, with the mirrors in play, it's going to really allow them to hold off main, hold off blue for an extended period of time. We're going to need to see Surf try and deal with those mirrors appropriately per se, or if they want to try and push dirt, which the smoke of Vena is holding, not Vena, of Frozen is holding for the moment with that shield.
Right, and well, talk about the power of the monoband. See how they actually get that kitchen hatch open. You see a wild hypers, whatever you want to call him. He goes by both. Sitting here under the hatch, taking a lot of damage. You're not going to maverick that hatch, and thermiting it can be a pain, to put it lightly, so we'll see just how that little mini dynamic, that little mini game turns out, or if, well, Surf's going to try to opt to go to somewhere else, because you have to keep in mind that church wall mirror. You can't just walk up and thermite that, right? They're not running ace. So what are your options for this attack? Heavy on blue, it looks like. Grenades flying out. Dami gets the opener. Who is that sitting on the... This is the exposed side of blue, that's for sure. Someone could just drop, smack that butt cheek from...
Yeah, I think Amy knows he's there.
If they know he's there. And it looks like they do, so... I'm really waiting for a drop to come through from Oil Pit any minute, right? You'd think. There it is. It's Asian AAA, one of them. It's going to push right through the barbed wire. Dami crosses in that instance, thanks to the smoke. And it's looking like the attack's losing a bit of steam here in a 2 versus 4. It was a lot like last round. But let's see. It's actually like last round, but in reverse. That kind of struggling. Ambi's just going to drop to his death. Yeah. That's round for ARIAL Academy. They're first. And they're putting up a fight to start.
Yeah, that was one of those defenses where mirror becomes such a difficult thing to deal with. If you don't have Habana on board, you're not bringing an ace with the Selmas. And even if you had the ace, I think as well, they had mute jammers on the walls, so you'd have to somehow get a grenade down there, burn those ADSs, and try to blow up those mute jammers, then open up those mirrors. And even then, it wasn't even the mirrors that were the biggest thing. It was the fact that they were pushing blue because you had to push, one of two angles, either blue or dirt. I did see dirt was one of the plays, but I don't know if they actually pushed it or not. But we saw blue. Ashton tried to push it at first. He dies pushing it. We had Ambi on the hatch trying to cover for the rotate from Dami, who was playing that exposed corner like you're talking about. He is able to rotate and still stay alive in the situation. He finally does get killed up by Ambi on the hatch, but he's done his damage. He's killed the members on blue take. And elsewhere too, there were members who on Surf weren't able to make an impact, really pushing main stage, really pushing dirt as well, who were dying to the members on ARIAL Academy. So all in all, we know Surf for the mechanical play, but well, can they really diffuse some of these mirrors and try to deal with them in those rounds where it seems very difficult?
And strategically, I want an answer because at this point, I'm really, ace is an option. Maybe they just don't feel comfortable with, like you said, just kind of throwing flashbangs or grenades over. 3 of them can't move.
10 seconds left before insertion.
They were frozen. Frozen is frozen. Nice.
5 seconds remaining.
3 of them can't move. All right.
Hey, this is like when we had the 2 rehosts in a row for that for the cursor bug for Gomez.
I missed that completely. I just saw the aftermath. All I know is this, man. To kind of echo my point.
Yeah,
We're looking at Ace as an option. You spoke about they're uncomfortable maybe nading over, flashing over, getting rid of the mute jammers. You know? Maybe they need to use what's available to them, perhaps. Because I don't know, that attack seemed like there's no capital being used either, right? You want to go blue. You want to get rid of a wild dummy?
Yeah.
Flame his, I almost swore. Flame his,
I said it by accident too.
you know, flame his hind end out of blue with capital, right?
Yep.
Use the ace. Get that church wall open. Toss a nade over. Do something. You know, those are things that they're maybe avoiding. And maybe, perhaps, Mira is a greater obstacle than we're lending ourselves to thinking right now, because maybe they respect ARIAL Academy so much that they're not willing to do those things. Like, you're not willing to throw nades over, not willing to flash, not willing to do that stuff, because they know ARIAL Academy has the guns. They can pop you try to doing that stuff. You know, you try to clear and whatever. ARIAL Academy pop heads. So that's something to keep a lookout for in this first little half of the game.
Yeah, I do wonder, maybe they're, you know, because we know Surf are mechanically skilled. We've seen them do so many rounds just gunfights, winning every single one. But the question is, strategically, are they, you know, are they comfortable in other operators? Are they comfortable bringing a lineup they haven't practiced per se, to do some of those crazier things, to do some of those, you know, on the foot plays?
Envy has got to be comfortable with the AK-12, right? It's got to be like a, you know, they experienced this or this, and they felt this was stronger type deal. You know, because they're the ones at the end of the day, they're the ones in the scrim. We're the ones watching. Ain't that right? We don't know what's going on there.
I have no clue what's going on in the background. Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
they may have had some scrims where they had ace up. Yeah, Ambi was getting slammed or something, so he's like, you know what? Like, we can't run ace. Like, I just can't get my Selmas off. They keep impact tricking them, perhaps. I mean, what's funny is correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't see a whole lot of impacts for ARIAL.
I think there was
Some were C4s impacts.
a spot for it. I think it was Spiker or somebody on the basement defense who had a chance for it. But again, because of the buck, though, it becomes difficult to do that.
Exactly. So I don't know. Maybe
You could
they
also bring, you know, Capital with heartbeat charges.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they goofed by not banning Mira. I mean, you know, like I said, I got animated. You know, we gloss over the operator bans. There's a lot of elements to this, okay, that we should talk about, and that's relevant, and that changes.
Well, yeah, the Kaid is strong, but the Maveric's still available, so maybe you don't need to ban that Kaid.
Exactly. So I don't know. I'm not sure what's the status on this. Oh, we're back already. That's interesting.
You know, usually just kidding.
Usually when 3 people can't move, we're waiting a little bit longer, but it doesn't seem to be the case. We're ready to go. Shout out to the observer. He made that lobby quick as hell.
All right, who is our observer? Who is it? Nova? Oh yeah, shout out to Nova.
Made the lobby quick as hell. He's got the names right. And we're ready to rock, baby.
Heck yeah, that's what we want to see. But Ambi's saying he's nasty on therm, so maybe that's why he's not playing ace. Maybe he's so good with that 5.56.
Wait, did he just type that, or was
he
that?
Typed a little while ago. Yeah, he typed a little while ago.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Ambi. It's like Ambi's good at the game, right? I made the joke.
Yeah,
he's on thermite. Lamau, like he's so good at this video game. But I do have to call it into question, especially as this half goes along. If this trend continues,
I have to call into question that. Okay, that was a real long pause at the 0-0-0.
Yeah, like don't.
I have to question these servers.
Don't do that. Don't speak on the servers, or bad things happen.
Well, hey, but we're back on this top floor defense. It's gym and bedroom defense for ARIAL Academy. And last time, well, despite the mirrors being in play, it was still Surf to find most of the picks. And it was close, though. You had Spiker and Hypers give them a chance in that round, which could have been ended with the win there, because it ended up not having enough heart breach, not being able to push that Jacuzzi breach due to, you know, Spiker playing it so well. They had to make the mainstairs push, and despite being a 2v2, unfortunately, the last 2 players in ARIAL Academy, which was, I believe, Frozen, maybe it was Spiker and somebody else, could not, unfortunately, finish that out.
Unfortunately, I think his gun just had some, had a jam or something. I don't know. But he missed. He didn't kill the guy.
Despite the back being turned.
I mean, honestly, it's the difference between a 2-0 lead and where we're at right now. So, at least that's what I believe. Personally, we've seen the same synopsis. Ashton's already in here. And let's see, will Frozen just stick his pretty little head right into that gym hatch again? That's one of the, like, I don't know how many times over the past year I've caught an observer, like, catching someone walking, like, under the gym hatch and dying. I feel like that's happened at least 10 times.
It probably does happen a lot, actually. They just don't know it's open, or somebody on the defense doesn't expect someone to be there within the first 30 seconds.
I mean, how many times is it going to happen, you know? Where people are like, all right, I'm just not going to peek this hatch anymore. It's a death trap. But yes, nonetheless, Asian. Who is this in the base? Venatorial is in the basement as Thunderbird.
Well, last time Dami was the only real roamer, and he was caught off guard because I guess we talked about that again, having those flank drones. You know, Surf isn't just some wild rank team. They're an established team that has their flank drones, has their thing set up. So that's why Dami got caught off. But maybe this time they're gonna set up more of a roam, so it's not just Dami by himself trying to flank into what's expected from Surf.
Perhaps that could be a layer to it, a flank that could come. I was gonna make the joke that he's like playing the wrong side. He's running to dirt right now. He could maybe perhaps catch one of those two attackers on the jacuzzi breach. That's one of those angles. That's one of those angels that people are concerned about. Let's see. Pop it, Bina. Pop
He's he's waiting for a chance. He's just waiting for a cue from somebody.
Pop it. Let's see. Because they're there. I'm pretty sure whoever it is, the thermite's actually exposed. Just hit it. Just do it.
Oh, well, it's been too late. Hypers is dead inside of sight. And there it is. Venny will pull off and kill Reed. It's a trade, though. You still lose Hypers anyway for Reed. So, but will you need the Maverick anyway? The grenade's probably important. But I don't know if you really need Reed for the moment on the Maverick, per se.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he actually was not. I was so busy cheering on Vin, I don't think I actually saw if he threw a grenade, as you're saying. But either way, yeah, I mean, the mirror's once again a problem. Spiff. Not sure if he actually popped that mirror in bathroom again. That one was the one where, I mean, Surf had a lot of issues. Instead going for a main crouch walk, looks like he popped it.
Yep.
I mean, but it's obviously it's mirror. Holes go both ways, as Imzo says. Literally, he can just peek that like a maniac. I'm sure he's willing to do it. Elaji pushing a main stairs push going to come through. Grenades flying. Ashton getting the opener of this execute. And well, let's see. Player on the mirror is actually rotated to Jim, and that's going to somehow end up in a team kill situation. The mirror's going to cross, but right in front of the skeleton key, just Venatorial, who is rotated from the basement. There's two very low HP attackers, but he's not looking the right direction. Lack of information means that Surf will win the rematch on Jim.
Oh yeah, that was a different story there. Last time we had an issue where they didn't quite pop that, you know, mirror inside a bathroom, which allowed Spiker to make that play over by the breach. This time they're able to pop it. They popped both mirrors. They had someone watching the jacuzzi play. That Ashton, I don't know where he entry from. I believe he entry maybe from construction or from maybe the hatch and Logi.
Yeah, I think it's a hatch.
I think it was the hatch. Getting those kills is important though, because he's elsewhere. Because not only because at that point, you know, ARIAL Academy are very engrossed with the fact that, you know, breach is open, our mirrors are all popped. Where are they coming from? Looking at the, you know, and they, even though Reed got that kill, you know, got killed out from Venatorial playing from, you know, dirt, it's still another player outside that breach, and they still got to wonder about what's going on there. So they're wondering, they're looking around, and Ash gets those two picks. There's a trade there at least, but it's 2 for 1. And then from there, Surf just starts piling up the kills, pushing the way in the site. They win it out basically just on gun skill, and really just making sure they can just punch a bunch of holes in the defense of ARIAL Academy. So, well, with that on said, we go at CCTV and Cash. We'll see what defense this time that has, you know, ARIAL Academy has in store if Surf can pop it once again.
As that main breach is getting turned to mozzarella cheese,
Oh
cause all kinds of problems for Reed.
Strapped.
Once again, seeing the Thunderbird, one of them going down on cash stairs. Usually, I mean, honestly, usually you see a trip stack of them in rafters, because the person in rafters is probably going to die.
Depends. Do they still want to push rafters, having it full reinforced?
You know, considering once again, I mean, Apatow is dead to them. I'd rather bring a Finka. Obviously, you can still nade out rafters. That's very doable.
Of course,
but,
yeah.
You know, Jaeger and Wamai are available, and there apparently is no Wamai. They're allergic to Wamai. So, like, you know, I mean, it depends on the competency level of Surf, whether they can nade this out very easily. Obviously, this is a team we tout very highly for a reason. There's a chance Garage Push could work. There's a chance this mirror could cause all kinds of problems as well. The wall, again, is cheese. So Reed's already concerned about that, and he's also concerned about the fact that Hypers could just pop this mirror, and if he's dry ran a C4 or whatnot, ruin his day. But it looks like Reed's just like, you know, I'm not even gonna bother. You know, you see the power of this oblique mirror from him.
Nobody's even shooting through it, but it's so scary though. If you're a Maverick and trying to Maverick that's just scary to see.
It's just not worth it, right? I'm not gonna bother. We're just gonna go for garage full stop. 2 thermal charges flying out.
But now they have no hard breaching for between garage and site though.
I'm sure they'll cross that they'll cross that river when they get to it, right?
So at this point, like, depending on how, Aerial kind of want to do this, they could also try to just abandon garage, but I feel like a bit too late now because they have to jump through the window, and they've already opened up both garage walls. So jumping through the window is probably a death trap, most likely, especially with that open mirror on breach as well. Spiker here in a position to see for one of the members. Do they start pushing up those stairs and try to ascend into killing those two members on rafters, help them out? But really, this seems a bit more of a trap that Aero Academy have put out. If they played as well, this could waste not only time, but waste enough time where they have to just jump through that window, allowing for maybe those three defenders on site to finish the round out, as they're just, they're stuck into a choke point that they set up.
Well, they have made this bed, so they're going to have to sleep in it. All the thermite charges, all the utility dedicated to garage, and they better take it, and take it they will. Double kill in garage. Both onto the Raptor player and Dami, who is trying to help. And Spiker's still below an oil pit, but I imagine he's rotated off by now, as Reed is pushed all the way up in the rafters and healing. But Spiker's actually rotated through the swamp door, but Asian there with the trade doesn't even actually get the kill on Reed either. And there's Thunderbirds in the rafter, meaning, well, he's going to heal up. And just like that, just Spinatorial. Seems like this has happened before. Deja vu, 1v5, 1v4 make it. He's got to find 30 seconds to do it. He won't even find the second. He'll just get the down, and, well, that will secure a flawless round for Surf. Despite all the downing and whatnot, they said, we don't need a Capita to take garage. We don't need, I don't even think, correct me if I'm wrong, if they throw any nades, that's a lot of
no, they gunned both of them down. So Ambi got the first kill onto the player by the corner by the window, and then as soon as he gets up, I think he got up to just take a fight because he was by himself at that point. He gets gunned down by Ashen, I believe, at that point too. The last player on rafters. And then Spiker through the C4 did heavy damage, but didn't kill him. So I would say when it comes to that garage gamble of having the mirror there on the wall, didn't quite so swell. And especially too, as you have the mirror there and you're playing it that way so that they waste time taking control garage. I feel like having three members in that area, or two at rafters, was a bit too much, because then it comes to play on site and you're down to only two players. Could have been three, but Spiker went for try to get a kill from Swamp, then gets cut off from the rotate because they had control of Lounge or main door. So hard to say what you should do at that point. Should you really have two in there, or should you just have one? I don't know.
That's a hot topic. I'm sure people have debated it for the past, how long has that map been reworked? 2018? You've been debating that one for a while, Benny. Let me tell you, there's no real easy answer to it. Sometimes the site just tough.
That's
especially for a team like Aerial Academy. This team, a lot like Soup we used to talk about. Well, used to talk about, because Fly Soup, they're no longer in SCS. But this is a team. They're not as coagulated as a stack as Surf is. These are guys. I think they got one scrimming this week, Aerial Academy, right?
Oh, I know they're scrimming. I thought they weren't scrimming at all. I thought they were just playing.
They've upgraded to scrimming somewhat.
Oh,
but either way, it's like,
that's crazy.
This isn't a team that has the same cohesion as Surf, or as most upper echelon teams have, and they have to find solutions to really complex problems. Two players in rafters, and you're trying to stay in a game against Surf. You got to do what you got to do. I respect it. I respect the decision at the end of the day. We're going to basement, and once again, they're not roaming though. I mean, that decision though, I'm gonna question. Usually you roam on this site.
You said, but they won this site though.
Yeah. But
well, again, it was the big thing last time was having the mirrors and having to push into those mirrors, which they made them. They didn't have anything to deal with the mirrors because they're not bringing Ace. They're not having any. They don't have a Habana because Habana's banned. So again, how are they going to deal with these mirrors if they don't push the mirror per se? They actually have to push no matter what, because they're pushing the main stairs to blue, or they just push Dirt and Kitchen Hatch. But Dirt has a smoke. A Frozen was last time playing with a shield, playing Dirt, and then the hatch, the Kitchen Hatch last time was being impact trick, but they didn't get to that point because they didn't even go for it. Spiker has 2 impacts in hand. He's playing behind the hatch. So what does Surf do here?
I was gonna say like Dami's Herculean effort in blue saved them last time. His blue push, or a blue push rather, is just as valid as any other. Dami made that a nightmare, and it stalled up everything else because, well, really wasn't a whole lot of anything else going on. Or my charge actually gonna go out from Ambi, but I'm sure that got impact trick.
Yep.
Whoever's Malus, Spiker has hit the dry runs. He's hit the practice field. He's been throwing them impacts. He's not gonna miss that. He has one more thermite charge. Benny, do the math. That means they can't get this hatch unless they don't understand math. They also don't have heartbeat charges.
Spiker.
Well, let's see. They're just gonna go for it. Let's see. He dry ran those.
Tried to shoot Spiker, and I think he missed because he was getting shot. Yeah, no, because He moved angles because of the skeleton key. Having that vertical pressure, he gets moved to the side. He's playing the the main hall instead, and he doesn't quite dry run that angle, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he nailed it, me personally, but I guess not. Frozen. That's still important. That you talked about Frozen and Dirt earlier. As long as he holds down Dirt, and as long as the Domler holds down Generation here, there is potential for Aero Academy to hold out. This is a 5v5 execute, and there's still not critical control established for Surf. I say that, and Dami will fall in blue. That means it's going to get really hot really quickly from the flank, and that's exactly where Ashen's going to come from. He's going to cut off the Dirt player. He's going to kill the K9 player. He's going to kill the Church player. Maybe Diffuser down. Something needs to happen here, and that something is someone planting. But that's not going to happen if Hypers slip up, denying the plant. A 1 versus 2 now. I don't know how in the world this mirror got upstairs, but the plant's going to start again, and unless someone's lacking eyeballs, Aerial Academy's going to deny that, and they're going to win this round.
I thought that was over. Once Ashen got the flank off, we saw Dami die at the critical moment. The critical moment, we see Dami die. And we're like, oh, God, no. And Ashen, he just entries into the site, takes down 3, I believe, right? 3. And from there, we're like, okay, this looks like it should be Surf's win. But somehow, Hypers is on the top floor. He's in kitchen. I don't know how he got there. Either the question, too. I don't know how he got there. I only got there. And then also Vena inside a church, then also denying Ashen from his reign of terror. He takes down Ashen. And from there, it was Hypers killing the planter, because by the time they started the execute, there was like 25 seconds to get that execute done. And the only reason they even got close to it was because Ashen kills Domini. Ashen makes the entry. They go through. They kill Frozen as well, gaining dirt control, letting them drop in down the hatch in kitchen because they killed the player in AK. So really, again, how the heck did Hypers get there? That's my question for the day.
You know what he did, right? He said,
probably walked up main stairs.
I mean, well, because there's actually a lot of moving parts there. One, considering the lack, they couldn't get blue the way they wanted to. That means that usually, I guess, in that type of attack, sometimes there's a player on the moto hatch or bottom main just there, you know,
just watching main.
That's the lurk, that's another lurker, like blue.
Especially because if you throw a C4 from main at that point, you would deny the plant too.
Yeah, so it's like there was no one actually on that side of the map. Or Surf, they were so preoccupied with getting dirt. I think there were 2 players in dirt. Two players in the hatch, and then obviously you saw what Ashen did. So it's like nobody was actually watching main. Nobody considered that was an opportunity. And when you taking them again, the Mira is up. The Mirror player's just sitting there the whole round, right? The Mirror player's just like, dang, I wonder if I can do something. Dang, I wonder if I can do something.
Yeah, it was him and Ven at that point inside a church, and they're just like,
so he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna hop my Mira and I'm gonna make it happen and walk up the stairs. And well, Mira's a very particular information op, but she is an information op. You see, no one's watching your main the whole round. You're standing there on the Mirror the whole round. There's an opportunity for you, and well, like it or not, Aerial Rise is hanging around in this game. Nobody's giving him a chance. Of course, it's clubhouse defense.
Well, once again, we're back upstairs to CCTV and cash. We'll go with more, a more normal setup here for this top floor. No mirrors, no full reinforcement in garage and CCTV. But there's a room here, though. There are members on the side of Aero Academy playing this downstairs by billiards, by bathroom. Maybe to hold off lounge, maybe to get a flank up early on when they push in garage, because that's what was the main intent for Surf last time they played this site. Now you can see the grenades off. Now Ambi will go to work, and Hyper's maybe looking for a chance to jump out that billiards window.
Thinking about it, you saw how deadly that garage push was last time. It looks like this time they're opting to use both thermite charge, just one. A little bit of economy there. It looks like Hippers, I guess, someone shoot that open on him? I don't know, but they're aware.
I think Asian was watching it, so he saw him run by and shot him.
So that's not an option anymore. Obviously, you could pop out of the master windows as well. There's always threat of a pop out. Vin is thinking about it. C4 even could fly out if he's practiced the lineup. So there's a lot of options for the defense, but Spiff's going to rappel up. Work this window. Spiff, have you considered that there could be someone to our left? It is Venatorial. Biker will get Ashen to start. And it looks like this garage push is going a hell of a lot worse. And yeah, he just did not consider that Vena could be on that construction window, meaning we're in a 2 versus 3 situation.
They brought up Reed, though, so it's a 3v3. Ambient Asian bringing it back. You making close. Hypers goes down elsewhere too. From below, looks like a grenade from Asian will down him. Not finish him off, unfortunately. So he'll get picked up by his teammates. Reed's still trying to hold the cross, but they have control of garage. There's still a C4. Still C4 in Hyper's hands though. So he'll get picked up, and that's one a bit of utility to stop them from getting this plant down, as they're going to make that push into sight. And with they got to jump through the window, unfortunately, so Hypers may have a chance to take a fight with Ambies jumps through that window, and the smoke's there, or maybe you have to push them off and change that place where they're going to plant the diffuser. There's only 20 seconds left.
It's again coming down to the dying moments. Crouch walk of the century from ReedSync, but he's gonna, I guess, cancel that, abort it, and he's gonna die. Trade. Agent's coming up cash. That could be what decides this round. Whether he wins this gunfight against Spiker, which he won't, meaning it's just Ambi. With 5 seconds and counting left, he pulls out the pistol, and when you do that, usually the round's over. Pistol out. Well, tie game.
Tie game, 3-3 at the half. Looking pretty good here. Not too crazy. Aero Academy, that last round too, they played a normal-ass defense, but with that normal-ass defense, they had a much better time holding on to Garage. You saw some great shots there from the members of Aero Academy to hold on Garage for as long as possible, take down members with them, and make an even game when it came to execute, and still having, those smoke canisters in hand, still having a C4 available to deny the plant behind Surf Wreck, that, that forces Surf to make a move. They gotta take fights on members in cash. They somehow get away, get in a place where they can get the diffuser down if they want to, even, which they didn't really like to. They wanted to go for fights, and we saw Reed try to crouch walk into red. We saw Asian go up red stairs, and in the end, neither worked, and it's just Ambi in a 1v2 trying to bring it back.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as
But you know how the saying goes.
Hmm?
Anybody can hang around on defense. But when it comes to attack, will the shortcomings of Aerial Academy start to show themselves? We see, look at the donuts. They're frozen. No one likes frozen donuts, let me tell you.
And what you saw about your CCS champion over there too.
We got frozen donuts, right? Which, unless I want freshly made donuts, right? And then we've got Dami. He's clearly not off the Pepsi this game. But to be fair, I think this is post resellers. I don't know if they had kills before that. I remember he's not that great.
Remember.
I remember Dami dying trying to flank.
No, he can get a kill. He can get a kill that round because he got hit with the 1-2 on the flank because they had the drones ready.
So, point is, you can maybe, pull out these rounds, and pull them out of a hat on defense. On attack, you got to make it happen. You got to.
Also, she has the roaming too. They're on a downstairs defense. We got that good old denial of intel, that anti-intel roam where they're just gonna waste all the time, and Aero Academy enough to make a move and figure out how they're gonna deal with this.
Yeah, you gotta do something here. We see a thermite charge, head high, get around the mute jammer. And Ashen, if he's smart, all I do is run away. They use a thermite charge. That's a victory for us, a small one, but it is a victory. They haven't exactly worked on the jacuzzi side of things either, which I imagine means this clear is going to be coming very time-consumingly from the cash side over. Hypers holding down the rotation here, which is good. But it looks for the time being that, Spiff's still in gym. He hasn't dropped this hatch. He hasn't dropped in front of Hypers yet. Ashen's going to get that first kill on Adami, and the pain continues. When will the pain end for Dami? He's eliminated. Well, how much more time can Surf actually waste?
Well, Spiker's making his entry now, looking for somebody inside of gym, but they've jumped down the construction hatch, looking to return to site. They do know one person is pushing bathroom that was the Yana of Hypers. Looks like maybe Hypers is too late. They've already returned back to site at that point, and now it's up to Aero Academy to work the floor, work their execute, and figure out what the plan is. There's no mirror in place, so just, the hatch is already open here for the most part. Are they going to go for Jim? Oh, what a great shot from Hypers. He walks down the stairs. He catches the Vigil of Asian off guard, still in the main hallway. Spike going to throw a grenade into Church, and, at this point, at least they have the main advantage. Well, actually, no, it's not main advantage. They have even now, at least, going into the execute. But now they're going to see, are they going to open up Church hatch? Are they going to open the Church wall? What's the plan now?
One of the cons
also, what
of
is
this room.
going on?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's happening in this hallway?
What is going on?
Looks like something was deployed, and it's still deploying. I don't know. But all I know is one of the cons of this strategy is there's a lot of opportunities. Once you do manage to get past the roam, usually the issue is you don't have enough time to use all the opportunities. You can go blue, you can go kitchen, you can do whatever you want. Problem is there's usually not a lot of time, and I feel like Surf kind of fell off a little early. A minute is still a lot of a time for the attack to, do as I said. Anything they want. They can do the church wall. You can do that if they like. But here for the final 20 seconds, they're kind of stalling, running into shotguns. Not sure if they actually have the hard destruction to get church open anymore. And as a result, this is still winnable for Surf. critical gunfight between Ambi and this blue player, but he doesn't down or finish that player off, meaning it's just Reed, who's got the ump. That's the worst gun in the game. He's in the worst position in the game. He finds one, but does not have the ADS speed or the athleticism against hippers, apparently. This guy, French
Is
Canadian.
that just for the observer?
Nice. I mean, dude, what even caused that?
I
It looks
don't
like
know.
the little deployment circle.
Oh, was it? No, it looks like there's a giant. Oh, okay. On my screen, it looks like there's a giant like mirror in front of them.
I don't know. All I know is the round was trippy. But if this is up for discussion, right? I would love to discuss this with you.
Okay, we can discuss what.
How early do you think is a good time? Fall off on their own. Give me a
Well, because
time.
the big thing is the fact that you waste utility is the big point there, and he did get a kill too, but it
I
was
mean, you gotta
traded
waste.
out.
No, you gotta waste time above all.
Yeah,
'cause
you
like
gotta
I
waste
said,
time, but
you-
I
they
think the
can do
issue
whatever
wasn't
they
even
want, right?
time there. It was just the fact that after they finished the roam, Aerial Academy was still getting picks despite them returning to site.
Yeah, like, I mean, I guess the Vigil standing in the middle of the hallway.
Yeah, and then you saw Spiker, and then Spiker gets the kill onto the Malusi from the that was trying to impact through the kitchen hatch. Like those two junctions right there nullify that entire roam.
It's fair because I don't know. I still think that it's like, what was it, a minute 10?
I think it's fine because they had the pick. If they had gotten that pick and then they all stayed live on site, that's fine because then they just have to. They're still wasting time. They still have the main advantage when it comes to execute, despite the time on the side of the attack. It was just from there you get 2 picks in the favor of Aerial Academy. Next thing you know, you're in a 3v4, and you gotta somehow deny a flood onto site. And
Yeah,
someone's gotta make a play.
Those were some silly, goofy picks.
Yeah.
Which doesn't help.
It doesn't help whatsoever. Like, I agree with you. Like, if it was purely a roam where you don't get any kills, I do agree you need to waste more than what they did on that roam.
Maybe about another 20.
Yeah.
Maybe would have been the difference there.
Would have been a difference.
Nonetheless,
If they-
we're harking on the past. Aerial Rise is currently winning this game. In the future, in the present, well, not in the future, in the present, they are winning this match.
Hey, it looks like
Everybody's-
maybe they've took their time. They've scrimmed Clubhouse quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure they have thousands of hours of scrimmage. Because here's the thing. I mean, like, that's the other thing. When I say, oh, it's the poke stat, like, these guys still play the game. You know what I mean? He's just gonna peek
What
out of the
the-
breach.
how did
Ashen just
he-
peeks. Dami.
Who was on the
Dami, what is this reaction? Dami just lets his teammate get down. And the Hipper's just question marks probably going on in his brain. How did I die to the breach? When my team's on the breach. But he's gonna get revived. But that's important. Oh my god, Dami.
Dude, Ashen's
Dami.
crazy.
Dami
Ashen's
just got
crazy.
body slammed and let his teammate get down. Dami's 0-6.
Like
Gotta lean forward, my
They're
friend.
close here on rounds, but again, it's the gun skill. And next map we're going to Coastline and Chalet after this.
Yeah, it's gonna get electric really quickly. Asian. Is Asian wearing his glasses? I don't know.
Just
Spiker
kinda
shot
shows it
first. So I cannot believe Dami just got worked like that. But
Well, yeah, I say, and the issue is now is that they've lost him on the plat wall, and they haven't any control over Garage. Like the push isn't happening besides just having someone on plat. Ashen takes out Vena, Spliff with a great shot right out to the door. Another one great on the Hypers on the breach, and now it's just down to Spiker in a 1v3. So in the end, sure, they get plat open. They had some quick movements towards Garage, but they made zero progress outside of plat.
definitely a little disjointed. The exception of a pick or two. Surf usually, I mean, I can't recall where I've ever seen them lose a game or lose a round like that. 1v3 situation. I don't even know who was last live. Spiker. Good luck.
Spiker. Yep.
Good luck. Surf. It's going to tie it up. On a site, I mean, hey, that's hard to do. To win that dominantly. And I guess it's also hard to just
when
have
you
a
have Ashen
disjointed
swinging
attack
breach,
as that was.
when you have Ashen swinging breach like that and you can't stop him, of course it's difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on, Dom. See, like, look at what Ashen, like, you see that Ashen just
Like that in any normal situation, like you expect that person to get slammed because you're literally sitting on a plat.
He has his whole back to a light machine gun on rappel, whose only job is to look at that. You realize? What else was Dami looking at? Was he like looking at the birds and the trees?
I'm assuming he's on his drone. I'm assuming what it was.
I'm gonna assume so too, because this is not the CCS champ Dami. Okay, this is This is Dominic. I don't know what happened to Domi.
Wait, is that his full name actually?
I would hope so.
I don't know what his name is. I wasn't sure if Domi was short for something or just like what it made his name on, you know, his internet name.
All I know is this is the Mickey Mouse Domi. Where's the CCS champ Domi at?
Well, he doesn't play as much, so you know, unfortunately that CCS Domi, you know, faded away as his lost interest in Siege.
I'm just kidding. I love Domi, but
10
yes,
seconds to go.
that is a problem. Here's 0-6. But despite that, Ariel Academy, I mean, they are hanging firm despite it. I mean, Frozen's also like, Frozen has upgraded from frozen donuts to a breadstick. Frozen breadsticks, are those good? I'm sure if Olive Garden manages to do unlimited breadsticks, it's because they're frozen, right? So I guess we can assume that much. Taxonomy, it looks like they're going to be clearing from what is this? Who is standing on the breach?
Ashen's waiting for a fight. They haven't opened up the breach yet. Plat's not open yet, so he can still play that angle, expecting someone to push the garage. And it's an upstairs defense. Right? You know, we're upstairs in the garage. Well, not garage. We're upstairs in gym bedroom. It's a garage for some reason. We're upstairs in gym bedroom. And this is an extension into Cash and CCTV. Well, at least for a little bit. Ashen will pull back. He'll pull back towards red stairs. Someone's on down in secret, looking to maybe help him out. But so far, we'll see if ARIAL Academy can clear them out.
Big if. Jaeger and Wamai are the final bosses for this scenario. Rosa's going to try to create this is an angle for throwing a grenade or a Zofia launcher charge. Gonna have to do a hell of a lot more than that. Spiker's below, but he's got to contend with Asian, who's, I believe, on that new blue staircase. Give Ashen as well.
Hope he swings.
And there it is. Yeah, that's your guy who's probably going to try to floor nade and probably do a lot of cool little stuff. Ambi's going to snipe Minotaurial as well. Ashen will get traded by Domi, though, off the Maverick hole I mentioned earlier, but... Man, did he just walk into a clone, or am I tripping?
I think he just walked into a clone. Yeah, he's seeing him marked over there, so he just walked into it. They know he's there, though. He just killed Domi. It's obvious we know, where the rest of the members of ARIAL Academy are at this point. So from this point, it seems to be mostly that, that CCTV push from Cash into construction. They haven't opened up Jacuzzi, so that allows for Surf to play those angles, play those hallways until at least they try to open it, or if they go for it later on. There's a minute left, so they got to start, hurrying up, start pushing those gears down, step on the pedal, get going on what they're going to do next. Looks like Hyper's looking toward Logi for the next step, which we're going to see Jaeger on the spiff to contend with for the moment as, pings are coming out, looking to do this. And, well, maybe someone in the window can get that crossfire, but so far I think they probably should open a Jacuzzi so they can't play the hallway.
Wow, you're expecting a little too much right now. In a 4v3, after how horribly that clear went. I think Frozen's going to...
There's no hard breaching, too.
Yeah, he's not doing that. Let me just spoil it for you. Frozen will not get Jacuzzi in this context. He's gonna try to force push a okay, Domi. Let's go, Domi. That's CCS champ Domi I'm talking about. A double kill. Part of it is whoever had that shotgun just didn't kill him, but that's okay. We'll take those, Domi. 2 versus 3. This is winnable for ARIAL Academy despite how horrible this round started. Asian and Ambi. Part of the AAA. One of them gets taken out. It's just Ambi on his favorite weapon in this corner. He'll find 2. Last one's a 1 HP Domi, and he's going to win that for Surf Esports. Disgusting on the Alibi.
Unfortunately, they could not close that round out. Domi with a 3K to put them in the lead there going into the end. And it was a 3v1. It was a 3v1. Hypers picks off Asian. He's the last one left. It's a 3v1 just to kill Ambi or plant the diffuser, depending on how you want to do it. Depends what they want to do there. But anyway, that round to start off, not a great, they're picking off, taking trades here and there. You lose your sledge early on to Asian, playing secret stairs, playing blue. And then they push it and they get a refrag on Domi. They try to push, and it was that, they lose members a little bit here and there. Venna died early as well. And so it really, that only reason they had a chance was because Domi jumps in a Logi, pre-fires LMG, takes out 2 members of Surf. I think a third on top of that somewhere else. And then puts them into a 3v2. And like I said before, it was just Ambi left in 1v3 playing in the bathroom. Despite the fact that they had, they could have had control over, Jim, or had a plant somewhere else and then bait out Ambi and take that fight. Instead, they all gave Ambi 3 1v1s just because of the time, really. And that's Ambi will take those.
Ambi could make an hour-long documentary with just him using that SMG. Just an hour-long, no ads. right? No cuts. Just an hour-long video of him just using that, and it would just be straight clips.
Attackers are moving
So
out to locate
take that how you may. You Ambi in a corner with that gun. Who you got? 3 dudes. Well, you got Ambi. I'm betting Ambi all day. Ambi takes momentum back for sure. Because to be honest with you, this little mid part of the game here is kind of felt uneasy. I understand it's ARIAL Academy's map pick. Wow, sir. Everyone expects him to win in an overwhelming fashion. And that's part of the reason why. Shots like that, Dami, the hero of last round, well, he's going to be spectating this round. He's already on the flank cam in disgust as he will start this round dead. In a roam on the basement.
Once again. The issue, they actually had a pretty decent room, and it was once again Ashton had the pick. Well, they'll get 2 in the room this time as Spiff will take out Spiker. So now 2 members dead in the room. Ashton with his second to make it 3 kills. And with that, kind of seems like the end of the round at that point. It's just Vena and Hypers to try and pick up the pieces with only a minute gone. There's still 2 minutes to go. And the roam is still heavily there. Spiff swings. He takes out Vena too. So that's down Hypers. And wow, you know, they lost that round and they were like, oh man, we're just going to finish them off entirely.
So it's been all of what, 30 seconds?
It was a minute. Just, you know, one good minute of just surf.
Oh, it took about 30 seconds for that round to just be over, basically. It was a slow, painful death after that.
Spiraled quickly.
Yeah, I remember how I was saying, man, Surf is probably just, you know, this is a little too close for comfort for a team favorite to win this badly. Oh, it's already 6-4. It was like 3-4 about 5
That's
minutes.
better than like what it could have been. 6-4 is still better than it could have been.
Definitely. I mean, and to be fair, Surf, when they played, it was Slat Kami in the quals.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
when it was
yeah.
Okami, it was Surf Okami. Surf started slow in that game too. They were getting slammed by Matt Bonger. Benny. Matt Bonger was hitting clips on Surf, right? Through the first 3-4 rounds. The Surf said, aight. And they proceeded to win like 7 in a row.
locate and defuse
Getting that energy right now. This is a team that, look, they'll drop some rounds here and there. Don't expect them to just 7-0 people.
You say that we're going to Coastline next, and that's I
Give
kind
it
of
a
feel
chance,
bad
man.
for Ariel to play them on like a lot of times you see Ariel, they're doing some great strats, they're playing some great rounds where they're making good decision making and really, you know, making Surf, you know, go into choke points, play rounds where they can take the advantage on them. But on Coastline, I feel like a lot of that goes out the window.
It would behoove you to believe that. So
seconds left before surge.
Well, hey, anyway, but hey, it's match point for Surf. We are back upstairs CCTV and cash for them, which, hey, that was a round where ARIAL Academy could not make any progress besides that plat wall. And it was Ashton who just swings plat and somehow stays alive in both engagements.
will he be able to replicate such a performance? Or will he strike from somewhere else? You see a lot of rotates and reinforcements towards master side of things, meaning Asian, that is his domain. That is his lair. He's going to probably run out of there and do something to whoever tries to push garage. You see, last round, they actually were able to just get the main breach with just thermite charge. Looking like they're just going to optometric at this time. A little bit of breach reallocation, which can only mean one thing, Benny. They're going to try to split push. There is no garage take, at least not yet. Asian's over here, like I said, this is his cage. And he's a dog. And he's in that cage by himself. I don't think there's anyone else roaming with him. So he's just over there contending with that push from ARIAL on the other side of things. Meanwhile, we're looking at Spiff trying to maybe scalp this Maverick.
Yep.
He will.
I knew
Frozen.
I knew it.
Frozen is about ready to retire. I bet 1 in 9. You can't even get a Mav'd wall open. And now there's 3 Surf players contesting the other side of the push as well.
Ooh.
C4 flying. People dying. It's just Dami on the Shrapel. And he's not even going to get that gimme. Whoever that was just peeked. And he's going to peek again. Spiff's just handing away kills. Spiff's just handing away kills for the CGG. But it's just Dami.
He's got to somehow just deal with 3 members on Surf and
just play for KD.
He's got a minute and a half to figure it out though. He could take the slope. He got time. Think about it. He doesn't think about it.
Yeah, and be the guy just 1v3. I'm sure he's gonna just. I mean, the diffuser's across the map too. The diffuser is in another continent.
Hey, he's got to. If he can just just do 1 by 1, just take out Asian, take out Reed, and then go for ambient 1v1. He's got this. He's got this. Well, Reed reads it perfectly, throws that smoke canister right where he entered, but he'll walk past the smoke canister before it explodes, or it detonates. And now, by this point, he's already made his presence known that he's inside the garage, not only in cam, but through the shots. So at that point, he's got 3 members of Surf all looking his way. He's waiting for somebody to peek him. Looks like maybe it will be Asian to do so. He's crouch walking towards the server rack. Maybe looking to walk out and take a fight because they are in the 1v3 and on match point. They get time to play with. He knows one's there. He pre-fires. Can't find the softened Ambi, and it'll be Asian to finish him off. And Surf 7-4 taking ARIAL Academy's map pick.
ARIAL Academy had a lead for all of 1 round. And then Surf felt the pressure and turned. You know, pressure can either burst pipes or make diamonds. It made diamonds here. Felt the pressure being down 1 round. Proceeded to win every round after that. And well, going into their map pick, Coastline, in ARIAL Academy's defense, they made a Nocturnes team which is pretty damn talented. A new look Nocturnes team. ARIAL Academy took it to them on Coastline previously, so there's a chance that they will be competitive on Coastline.
Chance.
Against Surf.
Okay.
A chance,
All right.
Benny. I'm going to give them
All
a chance. I'm not just going to say, I'm not going to look you in your eye right now, Benny, and say 2-0 Surf. GG.
So one day, I
not-
hope there's one day we could be at a desk together. You look me in the eye and tell me that.
Yeah, I'm just going to look you in the eye. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you ARIAL Academy has a chance, right? Their team composition lends itself to success on a Coastline. Maybe.
Oh. Sure about it? Yeah, you're betting on it?
No. But I will bet on this. I will bet on this. This is a really, really good thing I want to tell you guys.
Yeah.
Mike and Ike.
Oh.
Mike, take your candy game to the next level, guys. Take your candy game to the next level with the Mike and Ike original or Mega Mix. Mega Mix? Mega Mix.
Or sour.
Mike and Ike. Delicious, chewy, fruity flavors. Pick up a pack. Level up your candy game to the next level. Power up. Mike and Ike, yeah. Map number 2, we already talked about it enough. Coastline, it's coming up. Stick around, because then you'll miss Coastline if you don't.
Welcome to the NerdStreet Winter Championships, featuring SCS6, a yearly open tournament series hosting the best players and teams North America has to offer, culminating in a community favorite, the Pro-Am. So let's discuss format. During the Winter Champs season, SCS6 will consist of 2 stages, where each stage begins with 2 open qualifiers. Once Stage 1 is complete, there will be an additional tournament offering 1 more qualification spot prior to Stage 2. Through participating in SCS6, players will acquire leaderboard points and cash prizing. The winning teams from Stage 1 and 2, as well as the additional tournament, will qualify for the Pro-Am. The top 2 teams from the leaderboard will also qualify. As we approach the end of the season, the final qualification spot will be determined through a last chance qualifier. The Grand Finals of the Winter Champs SCS6 will feature the return of the Pro-Am, where the top amateur teams have an opportunity to define their talent against the North American Pro League. But in the end, only one team will be crowned Winter Champs. Sign up today and make history.
V3, make that a 1v2.
seconds left. It's going to come down.
Favor making a third as he puts up. Faker he finds the draw three. Stunning here from.
We're starting again. We're not wasting any time. We're getting straight to it. No foreplay. Let's go. Surf versus Ariel. Coastline. I'm giving Ariel Academy a fighting chance. They performed well against Nocturnes previously. It's you. What do you think?
I personally, we've already seen this team Surf win rounds just based on where things didn't seem to go their way, where they shouldn't have won it. Like Ambi getting at 1v3. Remember, on Ashton, we're getting entry kills despite not having quite the control they need to, like on the round on Basement, on Church and Arsenal, where they got Ashton made that blue push within the last 20 seconds. Those are plays where I see them just excelling on Coastline. And sure, they beat Nocturnes. Nocturnes is looking to be pretty good, looking better. They have a new roster though. And Ariel Academy beat them 7-5. Just, all 12 rounds of regulation. There was some decent plays, but we need to see some of these players, really rise up to the occasion if I want to see us being, competitive.
Definitely one of those players being Dom. You see on your screen, Dami had one good round there. I think he got 3 of his 4 kills post rehost in that one round. Otherwise, non-existent. For someone I'm hyping up is this and that. Dami. Oh, he got a gimme kill there. You see on that repellent. I need more violence. I need more speed. I need more momentum. Obviously, Frozen's playing hard sport. Ami's on Jaeger and Zoth. Venatorial. Also, kind of on support. I mean, I will say I was pretty happy with what I saw out of Vipers, and Spiker was able to get a couple picks of his own.
Yeah,
but you can look at the entry numbers.
I think you saw Spike and Hypers doing pretty well job in their roles. But yeah, like you said, Dami was 1-4 in the entry. Not great.
Dami's 1-4. I mean, look at the others though. Everyone on Surf got 1. And then Ashen was just he's like the 7-foot tall small forward playing against elementary school kids.
Ashen was the shark in the water and he smelled blood.
More than a shark in the water. He was the megalodon in a lake.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the kind of thing, because that's the thing you have to contend with. You have to contend with someone like that. Like maybe that's why Dami did so well, because you have to contend Dami versus Ashen. Like that is gonna be quite the conundrum that have to go head toe to toe with someone like that. But hey, that's the reason why I need to see some life out of these players to bring it to Surf when it comes to their map pick of Coastline, because anything goes on this map. Anything can go.
Maybe. We'll see. Coastline. Again, Ariel Academy, this isn't a team. They don't have 7,000 pages in the strat book. Right? They don't have an Ashen. At least not from what we can tell. So what are they going to do on a map like this? Lay down? Quit? No, they're going to fight. They're going to give all they got. Vinny.
I just want to see. I want to see them give it all they got and show us that they can at least make this a competitive map. Take some fights, win some rounds. Even if they lose it, if they give us a good game, that's all I care about. To show them they have life in them, so they can go into next week. They decided between it'd be Wichita Wolves or Nocturnes, and they have a fighting chance to beat that team and make it to playoffs.
A fighting chance to beat both of those teams, right? So I mean, if they lose here, let's just remind everybody this is the upper bracket final. So there's a chance Surf, goes on through. And then Ariel Academy, they have a fighting chance against a Wichita Wolves team. Surprise, there's something special going on with that team later. We'll get to that when we get to it.
Spoilers.
We get to that.
Spoilers.
Before we get to that, let's get into the map. Or not. Why do I always say this? The operator bans. Let's talk about it.
Anything crazy? Is it going to be Thatcher per usual? Are we going to see something crazy? Maybe like a Gridlock or Zofia? I don't know.
I don't know. It's thinking. It's loading.
Oh, well, that actually is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen an OSA ban, but it does kind of make sense for Coastline.
That's hilarious because you know what? I think I saw OSA one time, and you know who played it?
Who?
Ariel Academy.
Oh, wait.
On this map.
So did Surf read into their strats?
Surf Academy has an illustrious coaching staff that I can't name anyone on right now for some reason. It's eluding me. But
they have an illustrious coaching staff. I have no clue who they are, though.
Listen, All I know is this. Ariel Academy played a really nice OSA. When I saw it, Frozen was he was putting him down and he was causing problems. I think it was in the JJ. It was in the JJ versus Dami like grudge match.
Oh, the Wichita Wolves Academy game.
So that's when they played OSA really well, and that's why you see them banning it. Lion, of course, Lion shoots, he live people up through walls. This map has a lot of wall banging. Valkyrie, she's overpowered. Mira, we just watched how much Surf struggled with Mira on attack against a team that they feel they should beat the brakes off of, probably. So they're gonna ban it out on this line. Because Mira is a crutch for a lot of elaborate defenses that can be made on this map. So when you just straight up get rid of her, it becomes a lot easier to just tee off on people. And well, Surf, we've seen. I don't think they actually played a whole lot of Mira themselves.
I haven't watched a lot of them, so I wouldn't know. I only saw like last week a little bit, so I'm not totally last week a little bit, so I don't know per se. Hey, either way, yeah, like you said, the Mirror was quite an obstacle last map, and they struggled against it, so it makes sense to ban and now get rid of it. Well, there'll be a defense first. They're going to hookah in billiards per usual. It's usually the first site we see on this map, and we'll see how they defend this against Aero Academy. And with the OSA ban, the Lion ban, they got to go with like the same old roster we usually see for these sites. We'll see if what the plan is going to be. Are they going to try and open up that VIP wall? It is muted for the moment. Are they going to go for maybe just go straight for hookah? Have people on the windows. Maybe go for a plant hookah. Maybe try to clear out cool vibes.
I don't know
either.
A whole lot could happen in this round. I will say, I guess to
5 seconds to go.
piggyback off of what I've witnessed from them in this map before.
Attackers objective is the
Against Nocturnes,
defuse it.
they really, really made it uncomfortable for the support player. For the Pox and for the Exods. Struggled mightily on this map against the onslaught of Arial Academy. Someone is already getting alibi ping, so you know it's bad. Someone's shaking so bad they're shooting alibis. But yes, yeah, made it really uncomfortable for site players. But I'll tell you this one as well. Talking about history of Surf on this map, Ashen and Office and Mute. He's been doing this all year. Over the various iterations of this team, Surf, Mystic, whatever. He's been doing that. And I don't think he's ever, struggled against anybody in Office. He's just been a menace to society. Even the Wichita Wolves couldn't deal with this guy in Office on Mute. So let's see how that goes. They're not even going to push it.
I don't think they're pushing downstairs. I think they're going straight for this VIP wall. They see one pass by. Asian takes a lot of damage. She'll run by. Q has team up the fact that they are pushing VIP, and now Surf, members of Surf will change their positions in accordance with what Aero Academy is doing. Amy has a position downstairs, though. Maybe he can use that, secondary shotgun pistol and see if we get some angles from below. Hyper is holding the flank, knowing that maybe Ashton running through security, running towards them. He's going to put a Claymore down. I think it's a Claymore. Did I hear a Claymore, actually? Yeah, I think I heard a Claymore placed down, maybe by Frozen, to hold off that white flank. And so far, it looks like it's going to be mainly for that, the Aqua push into billiards. Gray comes out, hit by an ADS. That's kind of a waste, unfortunately.
Yeah, the flaccid nade throw typically isn't an ideal thing to do. I don't think there was a single burn fly out. I don't think there is any burn.
There is no burn. That's why.
So that's a flaw in the lineup, just a little bit. They do open the wall up. There's a cross angle here, and that's nice to see. There's no hookah pressure, and nobody's necessarily on the big window yet either. And you don't want to be because you didn't clear out Sunrise. There's no pressure below either. So how's this gonna end itself? Spiker's gonna try to work his way in Office. Keep in mind, is Ashen there? No, it's gonna be Ambi instead. Ashen has used to C4 already, so he's probably back to the site. Rippers as well gonna be mushing in from Office, but again, you keep in mind, you want to actually make use of the window, which is the thing missing from this attack. You've got to get in a Sunrise. They're pushing in Office, and that is not priority at this juncture. You've still got this Tachanka flaming.
Seconds.
He's sitting right in front of the window. Look, that Tachanka's sitting right in front of the window right now, I'm pretty sure.
He's got so many Shimika grenades too. He's got 7. Oh,
someone get on the window. No big window pressure, but a grenade is going to open the round up, and a lot of kills flying back and forth in favor of Surf, actually. Someone laying on a pot, and somehow without the big window, guys. Aerial Academy just raffle stomps Surf.
Yeah, the grenade kicked it off. And then from there, they started taking fights from, the 90 hallway, pushing from past VIP. You saw Frozen pushing their way. Cool Vibes light flank, winning every single fight, pushing from Aqua into billiards. And so, we hyped up Surf and their mechanical skill, but apparently Aero Academy is no joke.
Well, I told you they wouldn't be a joke. It would be, I mean, this is Surf's map pick. They should feel comfortable in it, but Aerial Caddy's not a joke. Unless, like, Tommy's 0-6 or something, then they get traces of joke. But otherwise, they're not a joke. They're not going to just push over. They're not going to just lay down this game. I will say that was, like, very strange. I don't think anyone actually got past the pot on 90.
No, no. Yeah, no, he was at the pot. He was lying
laid
down.
at the pot.
Yeah,
There were a
laid
whole
at the
bunch of
pot.
people dying from Surf before anything actually happened. And I don't know how in the world the guy got on Cool Vibes when Ambi was literally right. He was literally there before. That requires like
I'm guessing because the grenade hit the person inside of Hookah. So then I'm assuming he turned around to face that direction because that's where the push is coming from. And that's where then the person 90 or from, VIP hallway just starts, cutting off rotates. And from there, the people in them push forward. And that Cool Vibe player now allows them to flank upstairs. So just really good timing.
What did
10 seconds left.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm getting lost in all the A's. Where did
Asian?
5 seconds
Ashen?
left before
What is
Oh,
T4
Ashen.
at? What did he blow up?
I don't know, actually. I think he might have maybe he pre-placed it. I don't know what he did with it, actually. I actually no clue what happened to that C4.
Just interesting. Usually that strat doesn't play out that way. I mean, when guys in office like that lurched up. That was a really kind of delayed attempt at taking office too. But maybe that's what threw them off. Maybe that's what threw server like, oh, now they're in office. We literally were playing there the whole round, and now they push in. Maybe that's what threw them off. Either way, speculation at this point.
Speculation aside,
Penthouse.
we're on Penthouse. Yeah, I'll say it's. When's the last time I casted Penthouse?
I'm pretty sure. What were you? Did you cast Wichita?
No, I haven't cast Coastline. I haven't cast Coastline in a while.
Okay, well, this was shown last week. It was Wichita versus Surf, and you know what happened? Surf got flawless.
bomb located by
Wichita
attackers.
Oh,
on a penthouse attack.
so maybe they're looking to replicate some of that what they saw from Wichita Wolves.
I mean, they went in and planted, and there was no issue. There was no resistance. To be fair, that was one of the few rounds Wichita had any success at all. And obviously, Ariel Academy is not Wichita Wolves. They are Ariel Academy, and Frozen is Frozen. He's not call out. He's dead. Ace. He managed to ace the walls open. That's about it. He's dead.
No, at least they have some open holes into VIP, and they have some angles they can, try and deny those members in the hallway, either by rotating or if they're just playing in there to try and take fights. Vena and Hyper's looking to push through from there, grenading from below, using that vertical pressure to push out the members inside of Theater. Hypers goes down though to Ashen elsewhere, so Ashen downstairs looking to flank, actually playing White Stairs, just flanking, walking down and taking out one of the members on that approach through the main lobby. At this point, well, they're trying to make this VIP pressure work. They're trying to go downstairs and use that vertical control, but elsewise, nothing's really happened so far. Besides, Odami, what a shot on the Ambi. Down goes one member on that roam. Looking good so far, but it's, more needs to happen here for Aero Academy.
Hell of a lot more. And the thing is, this site can be dicey at times, especially if Vena is able to win this fight. But you see Ashen's like staring intently at it. That's just a cowboy western Wild West stare down on the White Stairs, and Dami's just checking for ghosts because no one's actually in there. Dami, it's gonna be far away. Sledge's gonna try to cross, and that's gonna open up an opportunity to play if there's no one actually in position to deny that. But yeah, it's Reed who is. Ashen as well. Gonna win that stare down with Venatorial. Even just Dami, who hit a nasty shot, but he's gonna have to hit 4 more, and he's the victim this time around. Spiff is gonna eliminate him. I mean, everyone's rocking the red dot Roni.
What an angle though, too. That was just through a bookcase, just a little bit right there. Sees the head. And yeah, that was, Aero Academy, they open up that VIP wall. They have control of main lobby. They try to open up from below, but they don't have a buck or anything. They just have grenades to try and, grenade Reed out of his position in Theater. But in the end, it was Frozen gets picked off first. Hypers gets picked off from above, or not above, from White Stairs. And it's just those 2 kills, cripples them down to only 3 members who are trying to make a play happen. Vena's by himself on White Stairs trying to fight Ashen and stare down on White Stairs. You see Dami, another player, push through that guitar door, try to walk through and take fights, but they were walking in with seemingly no intel. You saw add Dami just pre-fire, maybe thinking someone is in the bathroom. Nobody's there. It's just Reed behind his castle barricade inside a Theater, watching that way. But then you have Spliff another Spiff, another player, you know, off white. I said Spliff. I said Spiff. I don't want to say Spliff for.
Split.
Oh no, it's because I know someone named Spliffy. That's why. Names are close. It's not gonna be like that. But in the end, it's just the fact that they never know intel. And they're just trying to take fights on members who are just holding out and waiting for them to make their move. And ARIAL Academy, unfortunately, didn't have much to move there when it came to that attack.
Well, here we go. Kitchen service, slightly altered service site. It's a little bit different, but it's the same principle. You see the same blue bar holes you usually see from elite teams to prevent a horizontal push from working as well. Then, of course, limited resistance here on the top floor as well from serve. I'm not sure if there's, I mean, again, when you have mirror bands, you can't do some elaborate mirror setup, you know, on the top floor. So it's going to come down to just straight up who's been putting in more hours in aim labs and who follows drones better. Actually, there is a shield on top of qualifiers. That's interesting. Can't say I've seen that one before. Or if I have, I don't see it very often. That's a little interesting obstacle because honestly, I mean, it's kind of a lot of this relying on Ambi to just ensure no one can flank the shield from Aquarium. And now, if I had to rely on anybody to cover my flank, or I'd want someone like that, I guess I would rely on Ambi. Grenade flying out, and there it is, Ambi with the opener. Yeah, like, Hippers versus Ambi 1v1. No one to help him trade or anything. And right now, ARIAL Academy can't even enter the building.
Yeah, they're being barred by bullets, some very precise bullets from Surf every single time. Well, it looks like they'll go towards this theater side. Spike will be the first one to walk in by himself. I don't know if he has anybody to go for a refrag, but unfortunately, Ashton misses the shots. Spike will take full advantage of those missed shots. He'll take down Ashton. He'll cause 1 kill for his team, but that will just kind of signal the rest of the team to back off for the moment. Play that man advantage on sites, or at least near sites. So looking to maybe take fights and allow for Surf to go, you know, allow for ARIAL Academy to do what they want. But they've lost, they still actually, no, they still have the sledge. They still have that vertical control. They still have that, you know, dedicated soft breach to try and, you know, deal damage and make it difficult for his anchors. And Reed, I believe, is only anchor, actually.
Yeah, but you can tell just how fluid this defense is. Setups, both the top and the bottom floor. A lot of layers to it. And obviously a lot of gun skill behind it. Someone's still in Sunrise, by the way, just lurking. Meaning, well, Cool Vibes push isn't going to work out for you too well. And with Ambi lurking around in security as well, meaning, well, lobbies, not necessarily a fun option either. So you're really, really relying on that vertical pressure, which obviously, well, you said there's one anchor in the site. And I don't think Reed's too smart. Well, there's two, actually. Well, neither of those guys are going to just walk in front of floor holes, right? Surely that's all they have to do pretty much to win this round and lock it out. And there's not much ARIAL Academy has going for them in terms of map control, relevant map control, or any of that. Frozen droning out. Trying to find some sort of opening, but it's not presenting itself. Crouch walk down the white stairs, but again, keep in mind, Ambi is in security, being a menace, watching the security cameras. The lobby cam's dead, but Ambi knows the push is coming. Asian with the crossfire. Ambi's just going to take that freebie, and it's just Spiker who was the sledging in a 1v4, 20 seconds. CGG, play for it. No reason to even try. Can't win. Ambi's going to flank you. If you don't get your CGG, Spiker, Ambi will. He's getting pinged. He's still fighting it, Ambi. Who's gonna win this one? Quick peeking, QEing.
Oh my god.
Someone do it. Okay, Ambi's gonna give away. Ambi just gets slammed by the pistol. Yes. That was a really nice defense from Surf. I like that. Shield on Cool Vibes.
That's coastline for you though. That's the reason why cool. we give it to Surf here, because even before ARIAL Academy can even get in the building, they're being barred entry by Surf. They literally just shooting the doorway. Yeah. It's like you gotta walk through a door. You gotta walk through either a double door or a single door. You saw already Ambi get the first pick, holding on Aqua for his teammate so he doesn't get flanked from billiards. And then you saw Asian get a pick from the Cool Vibe stairs onto the hookah door. And that's the point. They're looking early round to make it difficult, to take fights, win those fights early, and then just back off. Let ARIAL Academy do the thing in the mid round, and then find out that there's not much they really can do because they only have 3 members left. And even with that vertical pressure, there's nobody really on site besides Spiff and Reed. And they're just not, you're making sure they're not under a floor hole, make sure they can't get shot down by one of the members above them. And at that point, ARIAL Academy to then make the move, transition to the first floor where members of Surf already have crossfires established.
It's a lot easier to pull that strat off too, and well, you're shooting the way they're shooting.
Well, it's
to be honest,
5, yeah.
I mean, if you put some Muppet right on Oryx and told him to hold down Aqua, some lesser player, some scrub, and told him, hey, go hold Aqua with Oryx, you'd look like a moron. But when it's
no reinforcements, no utility.
yeah, nothing. Just like, good luck, idiot. Go hold Aqua. Right? That only works when it's like Envy is, you know? You can't just do that with some random person, right? So there's obviously that's a part of the strategy for Surf, which I respect. Envy, again, on another cheesy gun. Like, Oryx has a really good gun. Alibi does too. He's once again tasked with holding down a tough position. I think it's VIP now for the Alibi. A lot of reinforcements, and I think they put a shield there as well, if I'm not mistaken. That, well, Aerial Academy is going to have to clear. Let's see.
No, they're the shield, though. I think they're trying. Oh, they're trying to put the shield in
just
the
a
wall.
rotate.
Yeah, they're still setting it up.
Okay. We'll see where it ends up. But
yeah, he's gonna open things up.
That's where they lost the round last time, right? Do the 90 push from VIP, because
yep.
I'm going to be honest.
Well, it's the initial grenade, though, too. The initial grenade creates it difficult. And, well, Ambi's going to start us off looking to take a fight. And I think he knows he's there. There were drones already in VIP. And I'm hoping... Oh, no, they're not aware. They have no clue. He gets one, but he turns his back as soon as Dami's there to refrag. Dami takes two, though. Down goes both members looking to roam by this theater side. Another one peeking their head over the bomb chest. Actually, not bomb chest, over a shield inside of Pink. That's a great start for Aerial Academy. And, well... Last time they won gunfights late in the round. This time they won gunfights early to give them an early boon.
Gonna cost him Tutorial. But I was gonna honest, like they
trade Vena for Ambience Asian. Yeah,
whatever they were doing vertically was most definitely improvised. So it's this 90 push that fuels them. Actually gonna toss a C4, which was intended for whoever's watching that breach, but it narrowly misses. Meaning, well, Dami's going to live. More importantly, the spirit of the push is going to live. Again, from 90, from Aquarium, you can make this work. And I think Frozen used all his Selmas, so he's not going to be able to open up the same cross angle we saw before. Or unless he already did it. Oh, it looks like he's doing it right now. My fault. My fault, OG. Bulletproof staring at the Aqua push. I think it just got naded. Why is Ash only on Surf will someone peek this SMG-11? He's going to lose his life immediately for it, though, and this round's not looking to be going any better than last time.
These cross angles are crazy, though, because he got shot from VIP because Dami's still in there. So the fact that he's trying to peek that angle towards luggage, he's getting shot from VIP. Well, Frozen's to get the plant down. Shooting grenades not in the correct position. He's not quite done his due diligence homework-wise. He'll get a kill on the Frozen, plants down. It's a 1v2, actually, taking one kill, getting shot from the back by Dami, still playing inside of VIP. Hypers is off elsewhere by luggage, by the sitting on blacktop for the moment. So really, at this point, because, you know, his shoot Miko grenades unfortunately couldn't stop the plant, he's got to go hunting for these attackers who are sitting down. His Hypers to finish him off. And Arrow Rise will take another attack.
You see why they were so willing to go to Penthouse so early on and whatnot, and why there's so much creativity around the kitchen strat, for example, because that site is just
yeah. I don't know why I play that site anymore. I said it before in CL and Challenger League that site is just ugh.
That's the one. I mean, it didn't really get a whole lot of love. It's actually gotten more hate than anything. They've made it to where you can blow up the bar. I mean, that site, out of all the things they got to make over that, I mean, not much really changed there. That helps you, at least. The VIP wall you saw, I mean, yeah, you get rid of the window. Who cares when Ace can just... Which it's not like it's a bad thing to bring Ace either, right? That's a good gun for Coastline. You know, it's not the worst thing.
Or you can Maverick the top of it, too, and just get an angle onto the member. Just repel and get a hard, long angle into the VIP.
Yep. So you just kind of... I mean, what does that... You know, it doesn't actively change too much. It's a change, but it's not that big of a change. And as a result, I mean, what changed for that site? Nothing. This site, though, on the other hand, it changes a little bit more for, obviously, this side of the map, because this VIP is literally where the site is, damn near. But it's still problematic. Aerial Academy, though, they were able to pull out the site last time. Able to shut. Or rather, I said that in reverse. I apologize profusely. Surf was able to pull it out against Aerial last time.
Yeah. Anyway, they were just, again, they opened up that VIP wall, and it was... I don't say routes, but it was just definitely difficult. They're trying to push through, take fights, losing most of those fights early on from that VIP wall. And then from there, it was like, you know, there's a two-man push into the lobby. One person goes down. Vena tries to go for 1v1 on Ashton, who already got that first pick, gets second one onto Vena as well. So that whole entire downstairs push up white stairs, foiled. You're down to just two members pushing through guitar. One member gets slammed by Reed inside a theater. The other person gets slammed by Spiff inside a billiards, holding the angle through a bookcase. It's just intel wasn't there for them, and they didn't quite approach it maybe as they should have to diffuse some of those other angles that they're playing on the side of Surf. So they can't just kind of full walk into what Surf is expecting.
See the same concept here presented. Shield on vibes, and Ambi holding the flank on defense for that shield. They're gonna just opt to. I mean, this is a lot of emphasis on VIP and not a lot of emphasis anywhere else. Opt to try to clear out VIP and work this, I guess, in reverse. Reed last time was able to shut down the diffuser before it was able to come in through bathroom, so that's probably not going to be an option until they deal with that castle barricade in some regard, make it uncomfortable for Reed. But of course, they got to get to that point first. We're a minute in. They've worked their way into guitar, slapping some barbed wire. But again, there's players still in the hallways around VIP. And of course, Reed Sink's still behind that castle barricade. So there's still layers to this defense that need to be dealt with. And of course, the cross angle that can be used by the defenders. Thanks to that opened triple wall, which sees just about all, sees everything. Penthouse. So there's a lot to consider for Aerial Academy,
down.
but they're just gonna plant. They're just going to
Yeah,
plant.
because nobody's
Castle.
playing VIP because they have someone
This is
holding
literally
the
what Wolves
VIP.
did, actually.
Hypers is playing the cross, so he denies the VIP pressure. C4 goes off too late from Ashen. Down goes Frozen, but the plant is now down. They gotta take aggressive fights. Reed down goes down to Dami. It's all just now members of Surf have to get aggressive and take fights on Aerial Academy, who are just holding angles, upside and repel, playing guitar, playing VIP. Can they win these fights next on? Ven is just pre-firing through these hallways, through these angles. Hypers has a long angle repelled on the balcony. Hypers takes another one down. Spiff will take one down on his own, but he's a 2v3. You know, Ambi's with him, but there's so many angles, there's so many fires, so many different angles from to deal with. Ambi's low in HP, he's finished off by Vena, and Aero Academy will take that round.
Not that I'm here to make suggestions. It's like the castle in that position, like he doesn't have the C4, but someone like what's his face, Asian does. So I almost feel like if they had swapped, there was a chance.
That's true as well. Well, it depends. It's like if they weren't gonna go and get aggressive into VIP at that point and try to deny Hypers from playing that angle some way somehow, maybe someone runs out of hookah, then yes, a C4 would have been appropriate there, or below a C4 as well, because they had nobody clearing out below either, actually, instead of kitchen or service as well. So
I just remember implicitly in my year 2 wisdom, when that site was actually popular, you had to have your C4 on that spot. Like usually it was back in the day, it was a mirror. It wasn't a bulletproof and a half hit castle. It was like a mirror you'd have standing there, and the mirror throws a C4, right? Like,
yeah.
But
I just think it was just a lack of inaction from Surf until it was too late.
It's kind of hard for a to bend bullets around a corner. That's all I'm getting at. So
I 100% agree with that. I think at that point when they saw nobody was pushing hookah, nobody's pushing billiards, you saw them open the wall up, and there was no real movement for them except for the big window. And you say the big window's open. I don't know if they heard the repel or heard Frozen run in, but because there was no other movement from Ariel, I feel like they should have either assumed or tried to figure out, well, is Ariel just going straight for a push into penthouse? Do we need to make some kind of plan here? Things learn, I guess. Live and learn.
There's people don't like defending on this map.
True. Yeah, this map is...
There's nowhere comfortable to play, and you can see that in 4K. Where are they back? Kitchen again? I bet you they don't feel comfortable with that. I haven't touched blue bar, which can only imply one thing, that they don't feel too good about that side either. Aerial Academy is setting the tone on attack, at least thus far. Exception of some pocket strikes from Surf and whatnot.
Whoa.
Oh,
wow!
It's been a slow defense half, but Ashen, that's one way to make it all gas, no brakes. A snipe on Adami, who's been a menace on that Zof LMG. And he's looking for more. He's looking for a Twitter clip.
He's getting sieged. There's so many members in front of him.
He's getting sieged, but all from one direction.
True.
If you've noticed. Everyone from Ariel is coming from
now.
there. But he gets... Is that a wall bang?
That probably was a wall bang. He's down. He's finished off, but there's other members from Surf around this area. He's been spiffed by Hookah, and I believe there's Ambi as well, looking to take a fight from Theater side. So still some aggression from Surf they got to deal with on the Air Academy side. They're going to join out, figure things out before pushing further, and they're going to see what awaits them if they were to take steps further into the map.
Ambi's still lurking around, pressing the issue. A very adventurous spot to be playing. Yeah, I was gonna say he was asking to die. Between the front door and
hey.
the sledge and the this and the that. Okay, well, he's gone. That's your worries.
Yeah, and that's good intel right there. They had the intel inside of Whitehall. They open up from above, make sure they can cut him off on the stairs. But that it looks like now at this point now it leads to Surf to play aggressive to try and bring this back.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. The attacker's bomb diffuser has
I think it's been the plan the whole time. You see, Asians just crouch walking. Does Hypers hear it? Maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not. Drone is sitting there, but is anyone on it? Dami is on a camera, but we don't know if it's that camera. These are the little things that may decide this round for Surf because, as you said, with the exception of some aggression, I'm not sure what they can actually do here. There's all sorts of control for ARIAL Academy that they can use for devious things. They're already sledging out the floor. There's the flank from Asian. On the Hypers, that's the Ayana actually. Wait, no, that's not a flank. That's just a, he just slammed whoever that was on the roof. Oh, you gotta hit the T-Hunts. Hypers. They lose into an ally, or then again, it's alibi. This
I was like
round
Asian
is,
too. Hey, and he also goes down though, so at least Spiker will get the refrag. And with that, they gotta push their way into site. They have bathroom control. The smokes are barring the push into pantry. Well, it doesn't matter if we're at service, but Frozen's taking this on to Spiff. He walks through the rotate. He's putting the plant down, and now it's on the Reed, who gets taken out by Spiker. And ARIAL Academy, they'll end the half 4-2, as you would expect on this map.
Definitely didn't expect him to just lay down. Attack especially. But there's the asterisk here. You don't get to just play 12 rounds of attack.
Wait, you don't play 12 rounds of attack? I thought you do.
Only in a scrim. Now, these are game day settings. Surf. Yeah, I've told you many of stories how they have started out slow at times against various opponents, and then go on, they go on tangents. So we'll see. Will that trend actually change here? And maybe that'll propel us to map number 3. Perhaps that remains to be seen. But ARIAL Academy has the unenviable task of defending Hookah, which has been, at least for Surf, it was a nightmare. Considering ARIAL Academy is not exactly running a Tachanka or anything crazy on the defending side of things.
Hey, they're running a Kaid though. And you saw last time we played this, a lot of the issue was a lot of those crossfires. Whether it be VIP, whether it be that triple or the quad wall inside of pink. Those are a lot of those angles that were very, just made it a living hell for Surf on their defense. So this could help them a lot if they can keep the electric claws alive.
There's also a Twitch.
That's why I said if. That's why I said if.
The Twitch, depending on skill in twitching, should be able to deal with that. But it also depends on whether ARIAL Academy has any awareness and is aware that there's Twitch. Asian is going to be trying to push in from lobby. A whole lot of downstairs pressure being applied by Surf. And first one in line here is Hypers. On the Malusi in a corner, droned out. They know he's here, and he's still going to challenge, which you have to do on coastline. Someone flying through the window on him, but he's got help. He's got Venatorial. He's going to just eliminate Ashton trying to hop in, and that's the Twitch. That's the person who could have dealt the electric claws, which, honestly, there might be an outdoors electric claw. That's a thing, too. We actually don't know where that claw is.
Oh, which one? The VIP one?
Yeah, you can yeet it outside.
No. It was in the floor. I saw it.
Good, because I did.
Yeah, I was in the floor right by the wall. So if he did jump to the window where it would have been above him, so I don't know if he destroyed it or not though.
Yeah, can you imagine he hopped in to shoot that and then there's 2 people swinging him?
That could have been what happened actually. I thought he was jumping in to cut him off, but he was also cut off himself because he was pinched by 2 members and nobody was unfortunately helping him out in that instance. So, well, it looks like they didn't destroy that electro claw. They could still do it if they go below in kitchen, if they know it's there, if that even is the intent to open the wall up. But it could be just maybe using that Hibana just for that quad wall instead, only the quad wall, and not really caring about VIP whatsoever. Spiff below, looking to try and get a pick on someone if they're, by this rotate into Cool Vibes. But Cool Vibes seems to be the intent for Surf compared to what's ARIAL Academy. Their main intent was billiards or aqua into billiards.
It seems at the time being the main emphasis of this push is the hookah balcony aquarium. And Ambi's, honestly, if Ambi survives here, between the 3 different places he could die, well, mainly just 2 different places he can die from here, that would be impressive. The cool vibes push coming through as well. There's 2 players here, so even if the spearhead dies here, there's still opportunity, but he will not die. He will be doing the killing and killing a spiker. And Dami getting Ambi, like I said, I was going to say, there's no way Ambi. Ambi's getting crossed like crazy. And the plant's going down in the doorway, though, regardless. And Frozen Smoke is not hitting Reed, meaning that's going to go down. Post-plant situation with so much control for the attack and the windows to play as well. It's hard to envision Aerial Academy winning.
It's really right at the doorway. There's no way they can get that off without killing them all. That is a impossible. I would say impossible, but a very an unprobable task. You wouldn't expect him to win this. Dami's at his bomb chassis. He's going to try and pre-fire the member outside, and he's going towards it. He's playing the corner. He's seeing someone on the window. Great shot on the Reed at the window. Second shot, no. Asian with a triple kill. Asian's been on his stuff with that red dot in this round. And now it's down to just Frozen, who has to return back to Cypher, jumping to courtyard. Finished off by Asian with the 4K for the round. And Surf will take the first attacking win. That much closer to tying it up.
Much closer and a strong attack after a pretty...
I still don't know why you go to that site. That site is just...
Man, you say that, and then you'd probably be saying the same thing. Why are you going to Blue Bar? There's nowhere else to go. Where do you want to go?
Just
outside?
Go to kitchen then instead.
Where do you want him to go? Outside? You want him to go
kitchen? I
office?
think kitchen is the better one out of them personally.
What do you want from him? You want to manifest a new site?
Yeah,
I think they should go. Me personally,
they should go
VIP. I think they should go VIP Pent. Actually, I think
VIP Pent.
Or security office. I think that's the
no. It's split side. VIP kitchen.
No, I mean they're just screwed. There's nowhere fun to play. There's no...
I would say, I don't know. Personally, I think it's that site to me is just the one site you don't ever win anymore at this point with the new changes and the attacker side changes that's been happening in the last few patches.
You saying that it would take a noob move from the attack to lose?
Yeah, to me, yes.
I mean, that's very fair.
Maybe I'm totally wrong.
No, I mean, it's a very fair... I mean, I talked earlier. The bar can be blasted to a million pieces now. The hookah wall doesn't do you a whole lot of favors when people can come from literally anywhere else. The site is so exposed. There's drone holes on the roof, grenades, a big window, which actually no one's actually necessarily used to. Which me, I like the big window. I mean, I like the control that it imposes, but nobody's really using that. And the fact that you don't have to use that window to still win these rounds convincingly kind of puts it in perspective how weak the site is at times.
It's just from all those changes and the way that people are playing it, I just don't, especially what I see in CL as well, I don't see many teams win that site anymore. So to me, it just seems like I wouldn't be going to that site. Hey, we'll see maybe different. Maybe Aerial Academy has something in store to show us that this site is still a decent site. Let's see if they can defend it once more. There was a roam downstairs, or there was for a moment. They're backing off back to site. And we're going to see Surf this time looking to push from that theater side. Looking to take fights on these members. And so far, actually going to destroy the electric claws. So they didn't go downstairs this time. Not really pushing downstairs early. They're going to push to that theater side. Destroy that electric claw on the VIP wall. Looking to get it open and make their way and push these members out and go towards the execute. As per usual.
As per usual. Thanks to you. I'm pretty sure it's called confirmation bias or something. What you're saying. You're like, oh, I don't see it. So that must mean it doesn't happen. I think that's what that is. But either way, I mean, yeah, he's got this cross angle set up again, you know, and here we go. Will they actually use this one? I mean, Ashley, what are you doing, man? You thinking about it? Ashley's just running back and forth, bobbing and weaving. Not sure where he wants to go, but I imagine it's honestly that last attack was very good. I think we're going to see some variation of it this time with a little more added 90 pressure as that has been ceded to Surf. Ash charge flying out on the floor, actually. I thought he was making a rotate. He just shot
there's a
floor
C4 there. There's a pre-play C4.
Oh. I thought it was pinged by the defense. I didn't know the attack pinged it. So that's just really good drone work, actually.
Yeah, and they pinged electric claw well on the quad wall, so they can get rid of that too with Ashen's work. So they're just working through all his utility.
They're also just not considering spikers here, and that's gonna cost them 3 people. Spiker gets 2 of the AAA. And, well, Asian's a little late. The last one of the AAA, he's just walking around.
Well, I guess that's one way to winnow defense here, right?
Funny.
Just kill the entire team.
That's hilarious. Not only did you say that it was just not possible for the
I said it's not possible. I just said it just didn't seem very fun anymore, or it didn't seem very likely for what I've seen so far. So that's how you change up things. You just blow the entire attack up. Well, at least Hippers goes down to Asian pre-firing through the floor. Spiff looking to make a play. He's getting pre-fired by 2 different angles though. One from Hookah, one from the Vase, and now it's down to just Asian, who's now dead. So flawless round in Aero Academy. You make me eat my words, in a sense, but also because they just C4 3/5 of the team.
I mean, you also have to consider that, I don't know if it's bad luck or what, but they droned out electric laws. They were so precise that they Ash charged the C4.
Yeah.
But
they were looking good through all the utility, but then they just didn't clear office.
They just didn't. They explicitly went to attack Aquarium when they didn't do that before. And they didn't drone out office. Drone out everything else. Or maybe he was hopping on the camera in office at that exact moment.
He could have been, yeah, maybe they were making sure it's clear as they're walking in. But same point, Ashton was already in there, just standing inside of office. I feel like that was a bit of a, getting ahead of themselves. If that's
Asian, you mean? You're messing.
No, Ashton was on the Twitch. He's just sitting in the middle of office. Oh no, I'm talking about the guy when they walked into Aqua, despite not having droned it fully.
I thought you were talking about the Ash who was crouch walking security.
No, not that part. I was thinking the fact that like if they hadn't droned office, and they just kind of walk into Aqua, and Ashton's just kind of sitting in the middle of Aqua on his Twitch cam.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Was what's his face? Oh my god, too many A's on this team. Asian was like, I got office, don't worry. He's crouch walking there, and then this dude, whoever it was, Spiker, is just like there. Bet you Asian probably didn't anticipate that he'd be there, but he was there. That's probably what happened. Because I can't imagine this team. They did way too much attention to detail to just totally forget something that obvious, right? I think it was literally just like, oh, yeah, I got it. But he didn't actually have it.
Yeah. He didn't actually got it, unfortunately. So they walk in there and they're like, all right, cool, we're good. And then
we're good. We got to ask below. No, wait, we don't. My bad, guys. Either way, my bad has resulted in a it's 5-3 ARIAL Academy on Surf's map pick, by the way.
Well, hey, we're on to a kitchen defense so far, and Aiden's already made his way through office, looking to make a horizontal push towards site. We'll see how ARIAL Academy, respond to this, knowing that there's already a quick push horizontally from the attack on Surf. Maybe you see the Hypers on a good angle to try and stop it from happening too quickly, or at least to flank them if they're not totally aware of their own flanks. And they're going to push through, of course, through Sunrise Bar as well, and the rest of the defense looking to maybe change positions knowing that this is happening.
Wasting no time establishing dominance over this angle. Whatever you like to call it, kegs, smokes, smoke spot, whatever.
Yeah.
People call it beer. I don't think that's beer. I don't know. Bunch of different professional call outs you hear for where that smoke is, but that's not a fun spot to play. As you see, thanks to all these angles, Reed just absolutely, ooh. Hypers. Wow. Asian, okay, now Surf heating up a little bit, not wasting any time establishing all this control, cracking all these doorways, and with Minotaurial upstairs, Frozen, the guy I was talking about in a horrible spot, he's about to get obliterated, and he is just the Thunderbird upstairs, thunderously clapping down onto the ground, nearly oh, Ashen, you got turned on like a light, but
Ashen just get
Ambi, the finisher.
Oh, Ambi turned around and didn't know he was there.
I'm not sure how to word that round.
Oh, that round was just I find people, I kill them, I guess. Really, right?
I'm gonna walk in courtyard, I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm gonna walk.
Yeah, well, so you saw.
Door and kill
so
I
guess they had intel on Cool Vibes. So that's Reed pushing Cool Vibes, gets the kill, great shots. Then Asian, he knows someone's gonna be lobby. Oh, there's always someone lobby play when it comes to that kitchen defense. So he just pushed towards lobby, and I guess someone either wasn't aware or they were peeking out of that position, and he just takes their head off. That's easy for you. And Ashen, he just opens up that service door. And unfortunately, you talk about Keg, you talk about Frozen, right? And members inside of Keg or inside of Pantry, they were really, really focused on that horizontal push from that Sunrise, from Blue Bar side, from the double bar side. They weren't expecting Ashen just to open up the barricade into service and just take his head off, walking around. So unfortunately, it seems like it really seems like ARIAL Academy were just not aware of how many different angles happening and how quickly Surf were taking them.
First time we're seeing Blue Bar split bars.
Yep. First time for the double bars.
Because everybody said No, we'd rather play penthouse. We'd rather have a party in the penthouse.
10 seconds to go.
We'd rather go kitchen. We'd rather get slammed on hookah. With the exception of that one round.
Before insertion.
Now, Dami is not moving.
Attackers are heading
Dami's
out.
sipping a Pepsi. Not sure what Dami's doing. But he's just there. He's going to be late to his setup. As a result, Hyper's just going to spawn peek. And shoot at nothing. He just shot at a car or something outside. With that, though. Yeah, split bars. We haven't seen it. And maybe we're going to find out why. Maybe we're going to find out why they don't go this side.
All right, maybe. Right? Maybe. We'll see what they do. You know, we'll see how they play this out and what Surf do in response. Looks to be a horizontal roam from Aerial Academy. Nobody really playing that top floor, which can be an issue because if you take control of that top floor and you just make holes, make it a hell in a cage if anybody's playing inside of Sunrise. But so far, it looks like, yes, Surf are just looking for that top floor, opening up holes, seeing if they can find angles onto members who are playing lobby, playing in certain areas inside the kitchen or service, which there is one person in kitchen. That's where Dami is for the moment. See if they can push him out. But yeah, there's no horizontal pressure for the moment from Surf.
Which, of course, may be one of the reasons the site's unpopular is the myriad of options you have when attacking it that are all pretty darn effective. Vertical being one of them, and that's what they're going for. You can sledge out just about every power position known to man on the site. There's not a single spot except the little tucked corner on the bomb near the pool entrance. Otherwise, that you can hide from, maybe under the window. But all those are relatively exposed spots, especially if you actually manage to use your hard breach on this corner that the Wamai's playing. But
ooh, nice.
The Hibana's using 6 pellets instead of 2, 3. Maybe doesn't know that the Wamai's there with impacts, but
used 4, now used another 6.
Yeah, I mean, either way, now it doesn't matter. He's out of impacts.
Wow.
This last little set. Wait, did he shoot more?
He shot more. I think it's muted, so you have to destroy the mute jammer if they want to go further into it. Because it's on the corner of the wall where the mute jammer is. Swift making some damage above to get rid of these Kakona gadgets behind the bar, and it looks like they should destroy the mute jammer and get it open. So they should have an open angle into sight. Maybe Hyper's taking heavy damage, getting pre-fired from the the pool door. But so far, it looks like this push go upstairs is working well for Surf. They're pushing numbers off and they're catching him on the rotates. Right now, Hyper is no clue. Ambi was on the cool vibe stairs. Vena's return back site, maybe play that that rotate towards that coat check area or that mudroom area. Looking to try and get a pick. Frozen aware and scared of his above. Spiker with a great shot on Asian, though. Finish him off. Reed takes out Spiker in return, though. And now Ambi pre-firing through kitchen side. Frozen taken down as he tried to throw a smoke towards that side. Dami goes down 2 to Ambi. It's now onto Vena in a 1v4. He goes down. It's another round for Surf.
This late lurk as well from the Twitch was quite effective. But yeah, I mean, that was just vertical play. You push him out the bar. You push him to the spots under the window. Like you saw, I think the Wamai rotated away from that one safe spot in the site into the corner in front of the window. And when you're in front of the window, someone could just go to the window and shoot you. Yep. Not to mention, well, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Not sure what Hyper's thought was gonna happen.
Oh, he's just in the hallway and
he just didn't consider that.
You gotta play Harry Potter at that point, really, for that kind of situation.
Maybe he just thought that no one would have the kahunas to just swing the cool vibe stairs. But this is Surf you're playing. I think they do. Hyper.
They swing a lot of things.
So yeah, I mean, either way, that was just well executed, well orchestrated. No one on the attack gave themselves away. Which, noobs, when they attack, they'll give themselves away. People will die through the floor or something. People will die off angles. No. Surf played that perfectly. Just pressured Ariel away from the points they need to be pressured away from. Locked the round out, and we're back at even Steven 5-5, where, oh man, it seems like when Ariel gets a lead, even last map, they took the lead one round rather, it instantly turned on its head. And here they had the lead 5-3. Surf comes storming back with 2 very strong rounds. So how will this story end?
Last time they won this round, though, it was based off of a 3K off a C4. Can they replicate that, though? How are they gonna, secure their kills before Surf gains too much control? over this over the map. Really, there's no real roam from the side of our academy. At least there wasn't before. Maybe this time there will be from the members of the defense. But if they can, replicate that C4 and make sure they don't get pushed from office, or maybe take early fights, though. I'm not sure if you want to do that against Surf to take an early fight. It's just Asian with a red dot.
Just. How dare you?
Why is it just?
Just Asian? Oh no.
Or AMB, the AAA support.
Twitch drone doing insane amounts of work. Incredible return on investment there. And Asian nearly. What? Did no damage?
No, it's through the wall. There was a hard wall there. It was the edge of the door. He was already around the corner because he had like that lip.
Yeah, I see the
lip right there. Yeah,
I see the lip.
Yeah.
Okay. I see Spiker below. If unchecked, and if he's playing his audio cues, he might have a C4 potentially here. Because there's no info ops on the side of ARIAL Academy. This is straight up game sense right here from Spiker. This is where, I mean, pretty much what got him the triple kill before. Will he get another? He hears the thump, right? You can hear it.
Oh, he's on his drone now too. Perfect chance.
Oh, he knows he's being pushed now.
Oh.
And he's getting pushed by an Ash, and he just slams Asian into the ground. That was probably the nicest flick of the day. And they desperately needed that as they try to push themselves towards map point.
And he still has a C4 in hand too, so he still can stop this push in Aqua as well from below if they don't clear office or have somebody watching office on the side of Surf. And so yeah, he's still actually he's thinking it's a VIP push so far, but they're all Venner just takes down one. They're walking right into billiards. Venner takes one, playing the back. Venner takes his teammate as well in the head. Shots coming from Venner. He's taking out member after member. Frozen takes out Ashton. And so far, this Surf push is going downhill, spiraling out of control. Down goes Smith to Venner once again. Venner's got a double kill for the round. Maybe they're looking to make a 3K. Ambi takes one. But so far, there's Domi to finish him off. At ARIAL Academy, they'll take the lead back. On to match point they go. And this could be overtime, or maybe we're going to map 3.
Maybe they just got to will one more defense out. And that dream could be there. Chalet. Map number 3, but... oh boy. Yeah, Surf just tried to... that was just disrespectful, actually. We just sent one you know what I mean? We've been talking him up. Surf can just walk over people. They're so talented. AAA.
Hey, you coined AAA. I didn't say AAA.
Asian... you know, he had the drone, to be fair, but... they just sent him on a solo mission to deal with the guy down below. That was it.
Same thing as last time, yeah.
Asian, go handle that. That's what they said. Problem is, the way Spiker especially has been playing, that level of intensity isn't going to cut it. One guy. I mean, and he's failed in that job twice now because between Spiker just body slamming him last round and him being late to the punch and getting to office before the triple C4. At some point, you have to fully commit to getting a control blow, not just saying, all right, Ash, you handle that entire facet of our game on your own. Yeah. I'll give you one drone. Take care of it.
Bit of a side thought there. Late round, doing it mid round to late round.
Do you realize Asian is not a Call of Duty character? He's not the main character in a Call of Duty campaign, right?
He's not plot armor.
You can't just tell him, hey, you win this round single-handedly. You control the entire floor, and if you don't, we lose. That's what they're doing. I mean, how many people just try to walk through Aqua?
And top of that too, like I guess this is maybe it was time where they didn't want to get C4'd, fearing that 3K. But they didn't open that quad wall. They didn't try to create those cross angles like we saw from ARIAL when it came to their attacks on that site. So they're all just kind of walking into members of the defense who can play their angles with no issue, who can just play behind the pink bar, play behind the single wall and hookah, who can play in the back of the benches inside of hookah with no issue, no problem.
Silver lining for Surf is they attacked this site previously about 2 rounds ago. Maybe a round ago, depending on how you want to count it. And they look damn good doing it. They absolutely murdered ARIAL Academy with a pretty simplistic take. They just took the top floor and started sledging. This
nobody was playing vertical.
This isn't rocket surgery. This isn't.
Wait, rocket surgery.
This isn't advanced arithmetic here, right? We take above.
Yo, what is rocket surgery?
That's the.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I don't remember what it's called, but it's a figure of speech.
Rocket science?
No.
Activating shock drone.
No, it's intentional. Anyway.
Oh.
Serve. Stacked vertically. And we're damn good at it.
Are Ariel still going for the same strat? Oh no, Dommy's hitting the lick. This could work. They have both Spiker on the Oryx. They have Frozen on the Pulse. And Dommy's on his white stairs. So maybe looking to flank later on, whether it be Oryx jumping up the hatches, Frozen giving them intel to play for those flanks to, you know, make it difficult for Surf to gain that vertical control, or at least exercise it on those anchors later in the round. But is that enough? Is that really enough to stop Surf from just tearing up the floorboards and making a living nightmare for the defense when it comes to trying to push back on site?
So I'm looking at Spiff just kind of standing around with his pistol. I'm not sure what he's doing. Is he losing his mind?
Oh.
See Agent, I mean, again, tasked with dealing with someone below. There's a pulse. There's all. I don't know how MB survived that, but he does. They pulsed that out and had the shotgun and everything, and still don't get the kill on whoever that was in the bathroom or guitar. As a result, that's potentially a round-changing play that doesn't happen. It's Frozen, no C4 now, and being pressured from the kitchen windows, is going to have to reconsider his life decisions up to this point. And well, again, Surf has a lot of options. They can go office. They can go for that same pool entrance play. OMI does not exist this round with his impacts, so there's a good chance. Neither does the mute. There's a good chance they could just get that quad wall open or the pool entrance wall open immediately. And
There is nobody by sight.
And yes, there are 4 people in lobby right now, and they're still not coming out on top. They do finally get a trade, but they're not actually going to go for the flank or anything like that. I guess not. They're just going to get the kill and rotate off. Asian working his way into office, well, because he can. Nobody's there. They're all in lobby. And if they're, honestly, the way Surf's attacking this, there's a good chance this works, all these players in lobby, because the lobby players can just look into courtyard and deny any sort of push in. That's something attack has to be severely concerned about at this point. If assuming they're obviously trying to plant here.
C4?
They haven't done any, they haven't done their due diligence in lobby whatsoever.
There's nothing left. There's no indirect denial. They get to take gunfights now, and they have vertical control still above. Someone from the defense need to stop Asian from playing his angle above. He can just stop the walking in the doorway. Asian here, as well as above Ambi with the angle too. So there's 2 members holding off the rotates. Nobody's going above the stop Ambi. Nobody aggressively tries to take on Asian, of course. Maybe they don't want to with the red dot, but Venom could be big here. If he can take out Ambi, jump on Asian and get those 2 picks, or at least get one of the picks here, he could bring it back for their team. Looking around, doesn't know where Ambi is, but Ambi's ready for it. He's ready for the fight. He's looking down to fight. Hypers is probably pushed up. He takes down Ambi though, but still, it's Frozen on site. He's looking to try and find one member nearby, near the case, as Asian's holding off, maybe thinking someone's gonna drop down that hatch. Frozen intel, sees through the foot shots with the up enough to kill him, but Asian is taking down Hyper, so now it's just a 1v1. Frozen versus Asian. He's gonna go for the ninja defuse. He's gonna try and bait out Asian. Shots to heavy damage with the ump. Asian's taking full damage. The time is already run out. It doesn't even matter anymore. I even see time.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Venatorial is doing, but he could have walked up in courtyard a million times over. Surf was not even considering that as an option for coverage.
That's true.
You had the sledge above.
Was,
Whoever's on the breach cannot look at courtyard. Like, that's so awkward. All you had to do was consider walking into courtyard from
Can you still hit him from the courtyard, though? I think you can, though.
You can just straight up walk in if he wants. No one's watching it.
Oh, there was no walking hole, though.
They didn't make a prone hole or anything?
They didn't make a prone hole. No, there was just holes.
I don't know if he had impacts or whatever on the number.
I don't know if he had the impacts or the ability to make a rotate hole, but I know there was not a rotate hole to get into
C4
blue bar.
I don't know if he had one at the end.
Yeah, I don't know if he. No, there was no C4. Remember I told you there was no indirect now left.
Interesting. Oh, I think because he threw it earlier, right?
Yeah, he threw it earlier. Yeah, there was. Yeah, remember he tried to blow. Oh no, that was Frozen did that, but I think he did throw it earlier to somebody else and didn't kill him.
Look, all I know is this, man. You ignore courtyard in that context and still win. I just gotta imagine Bennett thought like someone was gonna push him or something. It never came.
I have no clue, because with no rotate and the way that he was planting behind that little, like, you know, that wine case, that wine shelter, can you get a shot on the planter from courtyard? I'm assuming yes, you can. Probably you can probably find some kind of angle.
You might get a toe or something.
Yeah, a toe
Depending
or
on how
hand
well
or
he does it.
something.
Depending on how well
Yeah.
he backs in there. But
Yeah. So there's probably some angle, but unfortunately, I believe, yeah, they just didn't think of it in those dire moments when it comes to trying to stop them. There's no indirect denial. They just got to take fights. They just got to make a move and make a decision. But hey, that's in the past. We're down with that. We're on overtime now. Surf. They're starting on defense, and it's been an attacker-sided coastline as per usual, as you'd expect. So now Surf have to try and defy the odds and win their defenses to take their map pick.
once again, a round starts with the alibi clone hanging.
Spiker. Ooh.
And wow. I'm not sure if he was still getting pinged, but he's dead. Off of that, Spiker just appeared out of nowhere. What?
No, he came through. He came to blue bar. Nobody's holding blue bar. That's what I was saying in the background when I said Spiker.
well, look who's on the stairs here.
Oh, he just didn't have his back.
I mean, okay. He just walked in the... I mean, there's a reason, like, I had to rub my eyeballs. I was like, wait a minute. Usually that doesn't happen that way.
He just walked in the hallway. Nobody was holding his cool vibes, unfortunately. Nobody's holding the hallway for him, so that's the... Hey, it's a pick, though. At least Asian got a pick before getting refragged by Spiker. So that, though, there looks like they opened up into that area. So what is the game plan now? They have these horizontal play. Smokes come out to stop them from barring them pushing into kitchen. Reed with getting taken down by Frozen, though. Great shots. And now Frozen go for the plant. Nobody's on site. The rest of the members on Surf have to return to site and take these fights. With the plant down, they have to jump out the window and play the post plants. Asian looking around, or Ashen looking around. He doesn't find Dami in the corner. Dami wins that fight. Emmy returning through blue bar. Does he know one's in Sunrise? No, he does not. Spiker finishes him off. Spiff takes one to Dami. It's a 1v3 post plan for him. He's got to try and find three members. One's above him, one's outside the window. Frozen's over by Sunrise. Not looking good for Spiff whatsoever.
Server does have a Z ping on whoever that is. I think it's Frozen, but it doesn't matter. Frozen will just slam Spiff. There was absolutely no resistance whatsoever. Dami is knee deep in sight, as if wasn't a defender in the zip code.
Nope. I think Reed was the only one in there, and he got slammed by Frozen.
You think ARIAL felt a little cheesed? The fact they lost that last round seemed so winnable. They said, you know what? We're just gonna win the game right here. Of course, they had to win one more round, but that was a very.
I'm about to say it's like one more round to do though.
It was a very
They're going back to hookah. Which, hey, actually, hookah's gone decent for them. They've won 2 out of the 3 rounds they played hookah.
It's also Surf just being on a, I don't know, I guess the dynamic between the players C4 and below and the attack has just not gone in the favor Surf whatsoever.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Well, let's see this time if Surf can, one, deny the C4, or at least deny Spiker from playing below, and B, if they take the time this time, because we've seen them take the time, be meticulous, and destroy all utility. It would be Electric Claws, ADSs, using those Twitch drones to great effect, which not bringing Twitch this time, to then not open up that quad wall when it came to execute. Maybe it's because they didn't want to get C4'd by Spectre last time, but it just kind of said, no one can open these walls, and I can create these qualifiers. We're just going to rush into Aqua, which, as you know, it went horribly wrong.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left.
Let's see, I'm really curious to see what their adjustment is going to be.
Attackers are
The
moving.
Spiker is inevitably going to be downstairs. There's going to be roamers downstairs. Will they actually dedicate to clearing them?
Well, without the Twitch too, are they actually going to try? How are they going to deal? Oh my god. Emmy gets shot from that. And oh no, they don't know that Spiker's playing not downstairs. He's playing in penthouse for an early peek. Down goes Asian. There goes the red dot R4C. And now we're on to just a great start. Spiker with another great angle. Playing goes towards VIP to hold a drop in from kitchen. Looks at intel though, at least Asian Ashen, my bad. Ashen knows this, so he's gonna throw a grenade at his feet. And will not kill him. Unfortunately, will not blow him up, but it will at least do most of his health damage. I feel like it should have blown him up.
Game doesn't care about your feelings. The grenade will do precisely 66.2 damage. No kill. Which, if you're surfing the way this round just started, that is probably going to be nauseating to see back in the VOD, should they lose this map.
It's looking like they might.
I mean, they got high load on a spawn peak, robbed of a grenade. And now, trying to make this hookah push work because it's looking like they're not doing much else. I see a whole lot of defenders elsewhere, but a lot of the attack coming from hookah. This is where the party is definitely going to happen. If Vina throws this C4, this could be curtains for the Iona, but he just has to know.
And Ashton gets a pick though off of that angle, takes out Dami. So from there, looks like they mean mainly hookah push. Spiker then once again being the sole player in this round to deny a push from Surf, taking out both players so far for them. But that big window pressure you're talking about, everybody's going to take that role, looking to play a position. Venice still holding the C4. Down goes Hypers to Reed, though, playing this hookah window. Now it's up to Spiker once again. Either Spiker and Vena have to make a play now. With only a minute left still, it's quite a bit of time for Surf to figure things out, see if they can find another pick before making that inevitable push.
Raid boss must be taken out. Your Surf, they're going for a full rotation to Aqua, which, considering whoever's on the big window is there, that means, well, defense can't necessarily react to it. There are 2 C4s available, but keep in mind, oh no, actually he got off the big window. They didn't stay on the big window. It's going to allow Mr. 19 kills here to just rotate around into Aqua.
Uh-oh.
And they're not going to know he's
Spiker.
there. That is an egregious error. Either way, they lose Spiff across the map anyway. Spiker's going to give away his position. Shots missed from everybody. But no, actually downs him. Wow, he downs him with that, but it's a 1 versus 1 Reed and Vitatorial. 15 seconds. There's absolutely no way a plant is possible here. The Habana has to push for the kill. And with Venice stuck in the middle of hookah, this will decide whether we go to map 3. And ladies and gentlemen, we are. ARIAL Academy is going to take Surf's map pick and take coastline for the 2nd week in a row. And they're going to stay alive in this series.
Wow, Spiker though, he had 19 kills this map. What a map from Spiker. And really just seems like, again, we talked about like not having that quite of a strat book when it comes to Surf, and it seemed more and more true as he went through that map when it came to maybe not strat book, but just making some of those late game end round decisions on the side of Surf. Like you're talking about the end of just that round right there, where they rotated off the big window, rotated to a Aqua to Billiards execute in the last minute, and that allowed for Spiker just to run around the site and not get picked off by people watching the rotates.
Yeah, I don't mean to be brutal, but that's just egregious. You know, if you're gonna go for that rotate, hold the cutoff. It's worth holding that cutoff even if someone runs out on him, right? But instead, I don't know, Spiker gets the flashing lights and the game-winning play in the end there. And hey, I believed ARIAL Academy would keep it close, right?
You proved me wrong. That's all. That's a good thing.
I didn't think they'd win. Okay, let me clarify.
Wow. Hey,
All
come on, you gotta go all the way at that point. They won.
Our predictions are literally just Surf logos, right? If you look at them.
Yeah.
I knew ARIAL would maybe be competitive. And you know what? This team that doesn't scrim a whole lot. Look at all the... Maybe a team that doesn't scrim a whole lot.
Nobody had faith.
Maybe they scrim those 2 maps. Club and Coast very hard. Maybe that's what it is, right? But, hey. Map number 3, Benny. Before we get to it, we'll take a very small break. Before we get to it, I want to tell you about the Mavix Holiday Sale. You can get a Mavix chair on sale. All of them. Yes, literally every Mavix chair. Mavix.com. You can go to Mavix.com and purchase a chair. 4, 5, 6, 7% off. I think they skip 8% and they go straight to 9% off. But you can get them all off, discounted and free shipping. And SG55, you can get all of the, discounts and an additional 55% or $50 off rather. So there's a lot of.
Oh, so 50%. Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah, no, it's $55. Anyway,
it's a flat amount, not a percentage.
Yeah. So you can do that. Shop for your holiday shopping while we wait for map number 3, perhaps.
the smell of a cup of joe in the morning. With roach. Oh, hello.
A letter has arrived, sir.
A letter. For me. You have been cordially invited to compete in the 2022 Winter Championships.
Wow.
Featuring multiple game titles, competitive leaderboards, over 25,000 in prize money, and glory. By golly, time to get some headshots. What a perfect time to tell a story. Gather round, everyone, and hear the tale of the NerdStreet Winter Championships. There once was a tournament during the season of snow, filled with contenders of might with names Deez, Ligma, and Joe. Players rose from their beds from the east to the west to compete and prove which players were best. Through weeklies and monthlies, the hype did climb, as soon came the grand finals. Locations in due time. Aspiration and community was preached to the masses. Amateurs became legends. Mavericks supporting their...
I was gonna say glasses.
The road was a trying one, wrists aching with cramps. In the end, victors rose. We call them Winter Champs. Before they departed, they left us these words. Our journey's just begun. All thanks to the nerds. Oh, how I love that story. I think we will compete. What do you say, Chiefs?
I can compete, sir.
I suppose better bring the KD up. And you should too. After all, if you're a competitor, this is the circuit for you.
V3, make that a 1v2.
2 seconds left. It's gonna come down.
Favor making a third as he looks up. Make it up. He finds the draw. Three. Stunning here from.
Lap number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Like it or not, all those surf voters, me included, confused, confuddled, disappointed.
The entire prediction pool were like, what the?
Or maybe not. I mean, I think anybody that follows T3 would think that ARIAL Arise would have, right? Like, let's take the map, go all the way to map number 3. That is exceptional. And you know what was exceptional? Spiker.
Spiker was just. Also, I didn't know. I don't think I noted it before. On this round, to get the triple go. That was an ace that round, apparently, too.
Oh, yeah, because it was covered up by the flawless round.
Yeah, it was. I totally didn't even know this, even.
Yeah, so
my bad, Spiker. My bad.
This is, Spiker's a graduate of JJ Blast Academy.
Oh. Why isn't JJ in SCS?
Because he's not as good as Spiker.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see the round here, they only made floor holes. And they didn't have anything blown up.
I mean, what do you want me to say, Benny? Spiker's better. Like, JJ needs Spiker. It's not the other way around. Just know that. Just know that.
Hey, but hey, we're going on Chalet, and I have no clue what to expect from Chalet. I'm done with speculating because I'm clearly wrong.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's not really a game of expectation. Also, Ashen, I think that's like the second bad game I think all year I've seen out of him, and I say bad, and he just didn't drop 20 kills.
Yeah, that is not even that bad either, per se, really. You say bad, but
yeah, I usually by default I expect a 1.5 rating and like five
high
and
expectations,
entry, at least +4 in entry. Like, you know, that's what I expect. Literally, I think that's only the second map all year. I think he had another stinker in some other tournament, but otherwise, yeah. I mean, Asian you saw as well. He may have top fragged, but Asian was getting his ankle snapped by Spiker on the roam a lot. Whether I mean it was the triple C for it, Asian got his ankle snapped. He wasn't in position. You saw the 1v1 they had in bathroom one round as well. Got his ankle snapped. may have had 12, but those were key things that were the difference in such a tightly contested game of Coastline. And going into Chalet, Surf does start attack first. They have a chance to rectify their previous errors on Coastline attack. Seemed like there were some parts missing. There were some parts needed oil. You know what I mean?
Maybe they need a
Wasn't
bit
the
of
full
that
oil
momentum,
machine.
really, because I don't know. Maybe they need a bit of that momentum to get them going, to get them revved up and get the engine rolling. Because like you said, they start off slow, but I feel like they've been slow. Like they've been kind of just rolling through this entire game so far. But maybe it's just me. Lion Band out first on Chalet, not too crazy. Again, a map like Chalet, like Coastline, where the attackers have a lot of advantage. Stopping those numbers in the defense for a brief moment of time can help a lot. Flores Band next, not too crazy either.
I mean, it's not too crazy.
That's just not bad.
What did I tell you before, man? Flores. Let's talk about it. Flores, you mean the fireplace holds we'd love to see on this map?
I just not even fireplace, like top of library stairs too, because you can't. It's hard to nade them because they bring the Wager, they bring the Womai. I said Wager, Jaeger, and the Womai.
The Wagyu beef? What?
The Wagyu.
Listen, all I know is Flores. That band changes how that fireplace hold goes down. Lion, of course, and last map, I guess. And Mir and Val, critical information ops, and ops that can change how setups are eloquently made. Let's see. Right?
I think Surf are gonna ban Mirror after that first map on Clubhouse. Like they're just gonna not have to deal with that.
They probably won't make that mistake. Usually, it takes one good game, where you lose to some team that you were favored to beat. Everyone, I'm gonna keep saying that they were favored to win this game. Mirror was up and they struggled. So, usually it takes one good game as that team that's favored. You lose with Mirror up, and then you're like, nah, we're banning Mirror forever. It's usually how that goes. So. ARIAL Academy starting on defense, starting in R.
Well, let's see how they do here. Well, yeah, again, Surfer started slow in a few of these maps so far. They haven't had quite the start they wanted to on both Clubhouse and Coastline. Maybe it'll be different here on Chalet. Starting on the attack, attacking that bar in game's defense. Now, without the Flores, they have to deal with what we're talking about. The fireplace shield, the top of library stairs shield. Now, if the team meticulously see if they can deal with that. And are they going to go from that, solar side towards office, towards this interest? Or are they going to just go straight for library? Maybe try to blitz the site.
5 seconds to go.
A lot of options. See the shields going down. I mean, nothing crazy. This is just about every fireplace blue hold ever. And sometimes you see teams extend out into master and extend out into office and have rotations here and there. It's not going to be the case this round. Very default. Pretty simple. Frost mats, etc., etc. Actually, a lot of pressure coming from the balcony to start the round with, and that's nades. 2 different nade operators on the balcony here. Or Surf looking to blow up whoever was playing tucked in that corner library, but it looks like that person has moved. Because that's the smart thing to do in this context, not sit there and die in a quarter. So take notes, people. Especially if you're that guy that dies in the corner all the time. Right. Just run away. Sorry.
Just don't get hit by a grenade. Easy. Come on.
I mean, well, that's an obviously nadeable spot. But this not so much. You gotta hold this spot. And Dami is getting just obliterated. But
no, he's still alive. He jumped at the frost mat.
Yeah, Spiff hops in a mat, and Dami got obliterated. They just threw like 4 nades at him and then killed him.
But he still had the shield. How did he get obliterated?
I don't know. All I know is Spiker's not killing this person in the frost mat somehow.
That
is amazing.
Though, unfortunately.
There's still the impact, man. If you know he's downed, what are you holding the impacts for? You waiting for a sale?
To make sure they don't open the single wall inside the stock.
Oh my god, what do you mean? We're talking semantics in a round where Surf is rapidly taking control of it. Just throw the impacts, Spiker. He knew he was down. He has to because he's pistoling it.
I think he knew it was down. And then also, we had 2 shields. Both of the defensive members on that fireplace of library stairs had shields to play off of, and they both died.
I know you didn't say protect the single wall. You funny.
I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just trying to make some devil's advocate there.
Yeah. Anyway, again into the front. He's still like. How are these people not getting killed off these frost mats right now? That is actually impressive. Spiker's instead going to take a gunfight and swing the thermal. He had to have just not known he was down, right? Like, no way.
He was
That's
shooting it like he knew though.
That's
so it's like,
you know how incredibly unfortunate that is for him to be pistoling that as if he's just making the hole and he didn't know he's just in a mat and he's
that could be
narrowly
true
missing.
too.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
If at that point,
incredible.
I'm pretty sure if he knew it was down, he probably would have took the MP5 out and just started pre-firing
or just
to finish him off.
Either
But
way,
point,
I mean, we're arguing this, and this is a 5v2 Surface just running away with it, but they are kind of struggling to close out here in the final 20 seconds. Venatorial's pinned in the corner, but he's still holding stock, and Frozen's still a menace in lobby. Venom will finally fall, meaning, well, Frozen, who's just rotated to the basement, you know, not in an ideal position to win the round. He does find Asian, but the plant's going down. With the 3v1 post plant, Benny, yeah. GG. Game's over.
What?
Wait,
you
what?
said that in the game. Cookies, come on. You can't do that. You can't just say GG's and crash the game. That's not how that works.
Yo.
You said GG's and you crashed the game, Cookies. Like what? You can't do that. Like you can't be doing that.
Well, I'm sorry, everybody. You know, I sarcastically was like, GG, it's over. And I swear to you, I said, oh, GG, and did this. I looked back, and the game's gone. The game crashed.
Let's talk about the last round. That first round, Chalet.
What do you want me to say about this? Like, okay, so I mean, yeah, they just got obliterated. That hold was default. There was nothing frilzy about it.
I just don't understand how both players playing by shields somehow died, and the shield's still there.
I don't know. Like I said, the grenades flew out. It displaced Dami at least. He then exposed himself.
Dami was still behind the shield.
I don't know. He got displaced. Okay.
He did get displaced. Yeah.
He got displaced and died. Okay. I don't know what happened to the other person.
Well, the other person we saw the Yana. I forget who Yana was though, but they walk into that little connector room inside of the library, the little box area, and then they just swing onto the library stairs. And I guess the guy's by himself, and the shield isn't quite facing that way, so he just gets swung on and dies, I guess.
And then from there, it was just, yeah.
Downhill.
We can talk about how unlucky Spiker is there. Like, what? Okay, he's pistoling it. Like, he had to be just making the holes like, oh,
I'd assume.
This is part of the strat. I'm going to shoot the holes.
Yeah.
But he's not like, he doesn't know the frost mat. It didn't go in his headphones like.
They hear the chomp noise.
So I'm telling you, like, he would have thrown that impact. He's not like stupid, right? He's not a dumb. He would have thrown the impact if he knew. So that's.
I hope so. That's all I can say. I have no clue though.
That could have changed the round, Vinny. That could have changed everything.
That could have changed a lot of things. If they had gotten that impact on him
or not
on Spiff, and then if they had killed Asian when he went down to the frost mat as well. I think it was Asian. Maybe I was wrong on that one.
Yeah. I mean,
we were on the second frost mat.
I say all that, or it could have just been, yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have been like one kill for the defense, and then.
Oh yeah, it's true too that even if they got the kill, the two players who were supposed to be holding vital positions upstairs both got annihilated.
Yeah, we were just talking about that stall, so at this point, I don't care. Right? Let's move on to this round, where clearly this is a kitchen defense. Like, yeah, it's kitchen defense with the top hold, which, once again, this isn't like something out of the, out of some horror movie or something. I mean, this is normal siege we're witnessing. A decent roam set up above of kitchen to resist.
To resist for as long as possible, and it looks like they're pushing from the library side, not going for that for that solar take that Lynx likes so much. Going for the library take over to office, and they're probably looking to at least clear out office so there's no vertical pressure if they are going for that dining take and going for plant and dining, just to make sure that the defense can't vertically deny that plant later on, or whenever they do the execute. But looks like they're droning out, seeing what's going on, see what's happening here. They see one player over by the bedroom. That's all they see.
Ashton's also seeing the kill cam screen as he's dead. Hippers. And this, I guess this is a funny little conundrum when you attack the site, and some teams opt to just stop right here. Where you see the Iona, they open the wall, which, by the way, Thatcher's available. It shouldn't be difficult. You open both walls. The wall you just saw Mr. Reed Sink open, who's now playing Thermite over Ambi. So open that and you open the office wall above so that they can't, which is already pre-opened, it looks like. Or just soft. I guess they just didn't have the wall. Did someone forget the strat? I don't know. That wall's soft halfway. I don't know what half reinforcement is. But basically all you have to do as the attacker, you just kind of zone these guys off. You don't actually push into this room, which I don't know what enemy's doing. Right?
If they're pushing the room, there should be someone on the big window. If someone's on the big window, they can't play this angle, which they've gotten 3 kills off of on this roam.
Exactly. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. Because you can either zone them off or you can pinch them all out, clear the top. But the way they cleared that was so incredibly inefficient that like cost them.
It was just very just half baked, half-hearted.
What in God's green earth is Ambi trying to do? Anyway, we do nearly see a trade that would have changed the scope of this round regardless. But Minotaurial will live, and Asian in a position above the hatch. I don't know. It would require a Herculean effort from somebody. And by somebody, I mean the 2 people that are still alive, sir. See, what is this? A smoke from
Reed's following.
Frozen.
He just chased him down.
Did he just drop? Please tell me
he dropped
Frozen
down the
wasn't
hatch and chased down Reed.
Frozen.
Or Reed chased down Frozen. Now, well, Asian jumped down in the kitchen. He has kitchen control, but Reed's far off. He's taking the fuser back towards dining. Asian, if they don't know Asian's here, Asian could be the angle, but C4 is going to kill Reed most likely. Oh, he shoots C4. Great shots. And now Asian, can he make a play off of this information? Holding off the rotate, looking for someone to make a play and push through further. He sees one. Underwear doesn't make the shots, though. Finally, will finish off Dami, and Reed will take out Vena, and Surf will win that round.
Dog. Surf had no business winning that. Not gonna lie to you. That was goofy. That whole round was just goofy.
That early mid round.
Between Frozen, I don't even know what happened there. I'm gonna be honest. I'd have to watch the replay. I don't even know what I just watched.
So I guess Frozen somehow got to the corner of dining. And then he dropped down it and there's going to throw a smoke while dropping to deny Reed from going for the plant because he can't. I guess he didn't want to play behind the half wall for whatever reason. I don't know why. And because nobody's with Frozen, Reed just runs and chases him down the hatch.
I'm going to be honest. It's one of those things I blinked and I did not catch how in the world we got to that point. It's like
I don't understand why Frozen was there in the first place. Couldn't you just
maybe it's the thing. Listen, that's one thing I don't know. With my wealth of competitive experience, I don't know if you can smoke from the basement on this new chalet like that. I don't know. I know people used to it was like a half cocked.
He ran to the hatch. Couldn't you just do it from the half wall?
Well, no, because I feel like Asian's on the hatch, right? Like he can just shoot that.
Oh, that is true. Actually, that is true. Actually. So maybe
spam it.
Yeah, you can spam through the wall because
these dudes on Surf, right?
That is true. Yeah,
their PCs need to be checked for.
That is true. So maybe that's the reason why he moved to that position and then went to throw it from the hatch. But then at that point, I guess maybe you should have moved it earlier, not letting Reed see you do that because he literally watched.
Also, just is overthought. Could have just been West Main, like what?
Yeah, that's true too.
West Main.
He could have stayed West Main well.
Listen, we're arguing the perpetual narrative.
Well, that's me. It's been an entire match so far. Just us arguing semantics. Really, that's all this is at this point. It's just arguing semantics.
We just talking, but I'm just saying, what was that round? And like I said, 2 ways to attack it. You can zone it, you can push it. Honestly, Surf did the worst version of both of those and still won the round. So, congratulations to Surf. Here they go again, though. This is bar, or no, actually, this is basement.
No,
my
basement.
fault.
Yeah, no, this is basement because you saw the Dami putting Electric upstairs to hold that wine cellar wall from above. With Electric Claw on the little dining table.
You see this wall that I'm seeing in the single wall in the basement?
Yeah.
That looks like if there was ever a way that's set up that screams we didn't set this up properly. I don't know if we can get.
I don't know. We've seen Gasher do that with the Mira when he played in the stock for this roam.
I don't think there's a maybe I didn't catch it, but I didn't see a rotate between wine and the freaking small garage. Unless I'm tripping.
Oh, there is. Small one.
I was about to freak out. I just had to double take and see that. Okay, so there were roamers. They've been kind of corralled back to site now, and Surf. Honestly, they can start sledging out the lobby, but
the issue is they need
giant hole in the wall.
They need to at least resist this. Well, it depends on what they go for a take, but Surf, at least ARIAL has to at least somehow resist them and taking control of the hatch.
There's a giant hole in the wall, and that's going to prevent sledging comfortably. And Ashen's having trouble. And just getting through this tight hole, meaning that he's not sledging he can't. There's people in dining that can just look from 10,000 miles away. So they're really relying on Ashen's misdirection play here instead to high pressure line instead of sledging above it, which is fair. Vena could drop to. Oh wow, Ashton's gonna get.
Yeah, that's actually a really good angle.
He's about to get just crossed. Look. I mean, if this,
doesn't
if the
matter.
guy drops,
You don't
okay,
need a cross.
No cross necessary. Never mind. Spiker.
Spiker's that much better. Come on.
How's this attack gonna work out though? I mean, I guess they can. You see how Asian's holding this position here? I mean, he doesn't have to push down, but he's gonna. He's gonna push. What is happening in this engagement? But they can just kind of play in the breach, but instead they're opting to kill. At the end of all this killing, there's 2 versus 2.
Asian's made his way to a position maybe the defense isn't aware of just yet, but he's looking around, knows Dommy's in connector. Dommy sees one, but no, Spiff somehow makes that 360 work out. He killed 180 on to Dommy. He wins that fight. Spiff now planting behind the wine cellar. Asian with an angle, does see his head, so knows where Spiker is. Spiker's been pretty crazy though, but Asian, great pre-fire on the connector, finish Spiker off, and Surf with 3 rounds in a row, looking to start off heavily on this map compared to the last 2.
I was gonna say like, I was saying, they keep planting the breach. You see those like revolver holes in the single wall, like?
Oh yeah, that he made.
That's
what
what
he made. Yeah.
Like what? What's going on here?
Don't ask
What is
me.
this tomfoolery? I mean, what is that gunfight?
Dude,
What is that turn?
Spiff making that like 180 right there.
Listen, thus far it's looking like some very energetic gameplay here on map number 3. Let me just put it like that. Just tell. It's just funny. I don't know why.
Well, so far, but we need ARIAL to win 1 round though. They need 1 or 2 rounds here in defense. They want to make this competitive though. So
I mean, we're pulling out all the stops at this point. We got a Jackal shotgunning across the map. Ambi's trying to prone in doorways. We've got the guy. They're walking in 10 different frost mats and don't get punished for it. It's just been a hilarious first 3 rounds, actually.
Well, hey, let's see if they can at least hold on to these shields, or at least hold these positions down for a longer time and not get fried on them like we saw before.
10 seconds to go.
Yep. They're not gonna. Well, actually, I was gonna say they stopped bringing the frost. They're still running.
They moved the shield though. Now the shield's more in the middle of the pillars rather than just by the pillar itself. Maybe probably so he can't be shot by from the window like he did last time. Oh my god, the timing. Almost gets frozen. Frozen's gonna say nope. Oh, it's Spiker's dead.
Oh no.
That exact angle. He was throwing a disc at the same time, but Frozen hears his shots. Spiker says, nah, I got this. I can still throw a disc out there. Nah, he's dead.
I don't know if you remember how the opening round I was like, man, don't stand in that corner, but you just gonna die. Remember when I said that, right?
he was throwing, because you said they're gonna die by grenades, so that's why he threw the disc out.
Yeah, but I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't want to be the guy in that spot. And that's just really good cutoff play from Surf to just eliminate Dommy again off that shield. Hypers as well, just getting cut down. I mean, they're not even necessarily clearing all this utility, and they're still just murdering
It just
ARIAL
seems
Academy
like
players.
Well, the first one, Spiker gets cut off unfortunately due to just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Great cutoff onto Dommy, who just jumps off, jumps off pillar, jumps off fireplace, trying to get back to site. Van taking heavy damage as well in stock, and then you saw Hypers. He tried to take a gunfight because there's already a 3v4, a 3v5 at that point. So he's just trying to get aggressive. He takes 1, gets taken down, 1 for 1, not too crazy. But the first 2 kills, it just seemed like they were just unfortunate timing or just great work from side of Surf. Vena though, great shot on the Ashen, but he jumps to the frost mat. He kills Ashen. At least Asian kills him. Reed gets in a frost mat. Now it's on the Frozen once again, and a 1v2 this time, not a 1v3, a 1v2. So it's still possible. Okay, now it's a 1v3. Picked up Reed. Knows his 1 stock, pre-fire stock, doesn't get quite the pick, but his position now. He's gonna rotate towards long. Let's see if we can find a player peeking their head out, trying to find a pick on somebody maybe in stock. Ambi's actually moved towards the bar rather than playing stock instead. He sees 1. Ambi pre-fires, confirms his position. Tells the rest of the team, and now they're just gonna pull off and wait for the play to happen. Reed going upstairs. Asian's gonna use that jump implicator just to confirm once again where Frozen's at. What is?
Oh my dear God, Frozen, just kill it. Frozen misses a knife on it and then just doesn't even attempt to like.
There's like no time left either. He's got to kill onto Ambi, but he just got to pre-fire it, kill him. And Surf 4 rounds in a row.
my god. Okay, so this has just been a comedic game, right? But none of it's been in the favor of Ariel.
No, not at all.
At least game. I mean, this map.
Yeah, this map
it's just been comedy. Every round has been a moment of comedy. But none of the it's not funny for Ariel, right? They're the butt of the joke.
It's funny for us, though.
I mean, the guy, I guess he's got a disc in his hand, right? He's got the plate in his hand, just gets scalped. He had 19
I think he would have
kills last
stopped
map.
when he saw Frozen leave after getting shots on him.
I mean, that's heartbreaking. So, at some point, Ariel's got to find around here, right? Surely this isn't how they get unraveled like a burrito.
Well, I'd say at least 2. They need at least 2 rounds to keep it competitive.
At least, I think they need 7. You said 2. I think they need 7.
I said competitive, not win the game.
Do you think Ariel Academy has 7 round wins in him?
After these 4? Maybe not. Oh, we're back to a kitchen defense for Ariel, and this is where Surf early to mid rounds didn't do well. Like, this is just like their half-baked take at trying to clear the roam, where they were just 2 members of Surf trying, or actually 3 people from Surf peeking that balcony, that office balcony. 2 members going down to third, finally taking a kill of his own. But those members of Ariel Academy were literally playing by the big window.
Yeah, I don't know. Surf just doesn't care about big windows, apparently.
And
I will say, between this map and Coastline, their big window play stinks.
Yeah, in that round where they could have, they somehow won that despite losing 3 members early in the round, and they somehow converted to a 2v2 position where they killed the last 2 players. Well, they killed the third player, then the second player goes down off the rotate, and then they get the plant down, and last player has to try and take a 1v1 or 1v2 post plant. So it's just like, it's not gonna happen. But so far this time, let's see what they do here, and if they're gonna go for that same roam clear. It seems like they are. They're still pushing from the same direction. Nothing's changing for the moment.
I mean, is that wall butt naked again?
Well, no, last time was half naked. Now it's full naked.
Okay, so we just don't. I mean, that's the thing. If you're gonna say that reinforcement and back it up, and then reinforce they have the hatch reinforced. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, man. This defense stinks. They have the hatch reinforced, right? But they're also seeding.
Well, the hatch last time was what made Frozen make that play, though, or not being reinforced. Yeah.
Yeah, it forced Frozen to drop in the basement. So, like, okay, I don't know what I'm watching. All right, so that Dami's dead. Trade Ashton. They just had a engagement in the bathroom. Spiff is just not whiffing. Now they're trying to retake where they had the wall previously just soft. Like.
Well, now I gotta get aggressive because they're down a man. He just walks in. Venatorial just kind of walks into Ashton or Asian's line of view. He's just watching that, and he just gets taken down. Hyper's now by himself on this top floor of Rome. I'm assuming he shouldn't be there up anymore because now they're just gonna push the player on site, which is Frozen, who's by himself on site. But he's been unread. This could be big. Misses the shots though. Crucial shots needed to win that fight against Spiff. And now it's down to just Frozen in a 1v4. Well, much different compared to the previous kitchen defense from Ariel Academy. Grenades, it looks like they know his position inside of Trophy, or at least it seems like they do, because they see the grenade in his position. But they already have the floor opened up, so he literally can't move. And it looks like they're hunting him down. Not even go for a plant. I can Rito will start planting finally. Frozen picks up. Doesn't see him, unfortunately. He's going to move towards the side, but long angles from Fireplace. He's going to get shut down by Asian above him. And Surf, it's like 5 rounds in a row, looking to have a flawless half.
I'm not sure how to voice my disgust.
You already said it stunk, so you already voiced your disgust.
Well, I don't want to just say it stunk. Like, I want to say why it stunk.
All right, why did it stink?
But I'm like, I can't, like, word it. You know what I mean? Okay, so, like, at least in my head, maybe I'm crazy. Look,
okay.
It's entirely possible. I'm just a moron, right? It's entirely possible.
Okay.
But if you're going to have the office wall just soft, right, and you're going to save those reinforcements, right, when you intentionally leave something soft, right, you are getting a discount on your reinforcements elsewhere, right?
Yeah,
so you can put them somewhere else. So they put those walls on the hatch, and then they put another wall Like you saw, like in front of the big window, right?
Yeah.
That would imply that they're trying to play above, and then therefore use the hatch. But then you reinforce the hatch. So it's like, what are you even doing?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I kind of figure there because if you're gonna full
the other,
reinforce, like usually like in the past we've seen that kind of play. Usually they full reinforce that office wall into master bedroom, and then they play master bedroom, play castle. Maybe have someone play that window. You saw floor holes for that big window too, so you would make sense to open the hatch to then rotate back down later on. Maybe even have shields.
Yeah, or play it later on. So
black
like,
wall.
If they do push you or what, I just look. Like I said, I could be crazy. It's entirely possible. We're 3 hours in. I get crazy after 2 or 3 maps, right? But that's crazy to me. That defense made no sense.
You just don't understand the intent of the play at that point. Like, sure, like vertical roll makes sense to deny vertical pressure, but when the office space is already important for that, and then you're not going to allow yourself the ability to rotate down to deny.
Give it up. Give up. We can't break it down. It's 5-0 Surf. It's a very apparent. ARIAL Academy. They had the juice.
They've gone bonkers.
And Club and Coast, right? Those are simple maps. They're not as, you know.
Wait, Chalet's a simple map too, though. What are you talking about? What?
You don't need to scrim Club and Coast a million times to get it right. This map, maybe you do, right?
What?
It's just very apparent Surf has a better grip on Chalet.
I agree with that. But
the score is reflecting this.
We're now in the master defense this time. We're not going back to the basement, which you saw them lose. We're trying this master defense, this master bedroom office defense. Spiker looking to throw an impact at maybe the wall, maybe the impact trick read here. Like I said, does he have the time? Does he have the intel? Throws it out. Does it destroy? It does actually. So that is an interesting play. Nice play from Spiker. Destroys one of the and just kills Reed. There goes a hard breach. That is huge for this round, and that could be the round-winning kill for ARIAL Academy because they can't open the office wall now.
I know what it's time for. A full rotation to solar. Salvage this round while you still can, sir. Because it's possible. I think that's what we're seeing. Someone's got to get on the... Someone get on the big window. For the first time in this series.
All the time.
It's frozen. It's just... Frozen. He looked away.
Frozen, why?
Frozen didn't trust his headphones there. He heard something on his right, maybe.
I don't know if maybe he was looking to leave, so he's looking at the hatch because he wanted to, rotate out.
Brother.
I don't know.
All I know is winnable round for ARIAL is now just flipped. Someone's on the big window now. Thank goodness. Ambi. So now, yes, they're going to feel the pressure of the big window. And the solar push will come through now with a full load from Ying. Look at that.
Oh, it was just the bathroom windows as well. They can cut off any rotations because all of the defenders are by office. Vena taking heavy damage. Ambi's not on the window anymore. Never mind.
Yes, lower. Wait, no, he isn't?
No, he went to see the solar window.
Okay, so now Hipper's here. Admiral Hipper, he can just run up. Dami's going to get the kill on Ash, and that's the Ying. That's important. Because I imagine whatever he was trying to do with Ying didn't work out, meaning there's an opportunity for the defense, maybe. Plant's going down. The plant is going down. The Ayana is covering by getting on her clone thingy. It's just her now. 1v2, 15 seconds. Once again, planting is not on the menu. Echo Drone's going to call it exactly where the Ayana's going. And Asian is going to have a winnable situation here. It's just Dami 1v1.
6 seconds.
Does he know where Dami is? Dami is run across the universe. The plant's going to start, but does the Jaeger have time to run back up the stairs? Yeah.
Perfect time. And you want to call it out?
What?
The issue?
What's the issue? What's the problem? What? What happened, actually? Oh, the win. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they needed to be on the window there.
But the thing is that literally they need to be in window because that's why Hypers was able to get into the closet. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't know what you mean. There's a rotate, man. Window can't see that. I think the bigger issue is the Ying just didn't do anything. I didn't actually catch. We weren't actively looking at the Ying, but
because here's the thing: the Ying was important to getting killed. I agree with you. But the thing is, if Hypers wasn't in closet, they couldn't. Well, maybe I'm not sure they could or not, but they wouldn't have been able to truly smoke that area walking into bedroom. And then they could have killed Hypers too when he was rotating. They could have cut off Dami when he rotates as well. And then all they do is just shoot the yokai drone.
Now you're making. I don't know what you're talking about, but it makes too much sense. All I know, still a 5-1 lead for Surf, right? They have one stinker. I don't know what Reed died to the most oblique angle I think I've ever seen. You know what happened?
That was pretty cool though. Actually, that was really cool from Spiker. Actually,
yeah, that was
impact trick from below, and then
what was that?
Murder Reed. Great way to start it off, and then you had 2 players die inside of dining.
I mean, that's that. If anything, was forget the window joke and the ying. That honestly was it. Spiker has single-handedly. What's happening here?
He's trying to get a C4 back.
What the C4 doing?
Actually, he placed the wrong place. I guess I don't know.
What the C4 doing? What is even the site where the C4 is there?
Oh, he's probably C4 from below because it's kitchen. I guess I don't know.
Oh,
you can C4 from the hatch. I guess. I'm assuming. I don't know.
It is kitchen indeed. Spiker. He was the just 19 kills, just demon time before. Looks like the rest of the team's going to be doing something crazy. Hypers and Dami are up West Main and into the site. 40 seconds in, and they should have a kill here on to the Cade. Yes, just absolutely eviscerated in that corner.
Oh.
And this is the type of attack that can spark momentum and bring hope in a 1-5 deficit. And they're going to have this round. Just like that, ARIAL Academy just up to the West Main push.
Just take the blitz. Just take site. You know how aggressive Surf has been in the past. They're all literally everyone is roaming except for 1 player. Actually, 2 players. 2 players on site.
You know what's so sad about that?
What?
Let's just say Ashton spent like another 10 seconds messing around with that C4 in the ceiling.
Oh, he would have.
He would have just been there and killed.
He would have been there and killed them if he just stayed there.
Those two Muppets just running up West Main, but instead, the Muppet was flipped on the other foot, and
the Muppet.
It was Surf.
That's a
it was
saying.
Surf who turned into the Muppets.
That's a saying. I was gonna say the Muppet's been turned on the other foot. Hey, well, we'll see if we see more comedy, but on the butt of joke maybe Surf this time as they're on defense, and maybe ARIAL Academy will now run up the rounds on their attack of Chalet. Maybe we'll get a go to overtime, or maybe they'll just win all attacking rounds, and ARIAL Academy will just take it 7-5, or maybe not actually. Yeah, 7-5. I can't do math.
Bomb located by attackers.
But once again, we're going for that kitchen dining defense here from Surf, and we'll see if ARIAL Academy are going to do the same play and just run up West Main.
I'm sure they're going to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, no, they'll never expect it. Surf will never expect it.
You should be their IGL. I think you'd be better than Frozen at this point.
Hey, if they can catch Reed off again and they can just murder, overwhelm the last player on site of Ashton, that could be another easy blitz again. Oh, but no, they're not going for it. They're actually going to roam clear this time. Wow.
Unfortunately for ARIAL Academy, they are going to have to go against a vaunted offense reinforcement because Surf's actually playing it off. The Aruni, that's Asian. It's always Asian. Why did I even ask that question? He's actually resisting this spot, something that just was not ever a thing for ARIAL Academy. I mean, he's here. The wall's open.
There we go. Frozen.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, wait. What happened there?
I don't know. He just didn't place it.
Oh, did the BP EMP it?
That's the first time we've ever seen that. You know what
Yeah,
was funny? On Twitter,
the...
oh my God, I was reading some crying on Twitter. Oh my God, the EMP. That's literally the first time I've seen that.
Yeah.
Since the...
I've never seen it either. I've seen people moving around, sure, but I've never seen someone actually shoot the BP and actually EMP something like the gadget. But the thing is,
people were saying it's the new bulletproof shield.
Yeah, but even then, like, sure it did do that, but he still just pulled it off, put it back on there. Oh, is he getting time? No, it's not in time. It's too fast. That's not gonna get electrified. So they opened up both walls upstairs and downstairs, and now they just gotta convert this into an execute, which there is still smoke. There's still a C4 in the hands of Ashen to deny the plant. But again, this top floor pressure is important. They can try and create this up top full of pressure, open the floor up, deny those people downstairs. Asians up here once again trying to make sure they don't do just that. Doesn't know where they are. Does he see the head of one? He does see it. Great shots on the Hypers. Refrag from Dom. He's going to swing too late, unfortunately. Doesn't see him behind the bed. Asian will take 2 gladly. And now, can they still create this execute despite those 2 kills above?
If I was the second player that died there, I would just hit escape and leave the game. Asian just absolutely manhandled those 2. But Venator, I mean, Aerial Academy, despite Asian just hitting a clip, are in the site and getting critical kills. The Echo's still in play, though. I'm pretty sure Spiker just shot one of those. There's another one inside, and well, that one's dead too. That means it's going to have to be guns up for Surf. Flank's not necessarily going to come, and well, the hatch is reinforced. We talked about that earlier. So no one's going to be able to drop that, meaning this is a very interesting post plant here. 2 versus 2. Venatorial's very hurt. It's basically a touch from dying. But otherwise, this is as even as it gets in terms of retake scenario. It's just straight up who's better in this 2 versus 2. This is a game of wingman right now. Asian, who was nasty before, has to get this last kill, and he won't. He'll run out of bullets, and Spiker will get the 2nd round in a row for Aerial Academy.
So what if the hatch was open?
Maybe I'm tripping. Like, am I stupid there? There's got to be something we don't know.
Like, it makes sense
Genuinely.
if you expect them or you're going to concede that control to them. If you're not going to play it,
this guy's vaulted on the table or on
yeah,
the bed.
but yeah, like he was playing for it. Like Asian's playing for the control though. He's playing for his life up there. So why reinforce the hatch?
I guess there's, to be fair.
Well, he's a solo roamer. That makes sense. He's a solo roamer though, so it would maybe expect him from the die.
He's also a Rooney. I've seen plenty of endings on this site where there's cameras, which there were echo drones, and if you have vert control, you punch the floor, ping where the ping is. You don't need the hatch open, so you don't give that opportunity to the attack.
So why didn't Asian do that?
There were no pings. The cams died.
But the yokai hit him, stopped him from planting.
That is true. They did totally spot them on the half, but that I'm gonna ignore that. Also, isn't that like a spot where it's sort of somewhat difficult to see? I don't know.
It actually might be below an area you can't actually punch out, but I feel like you can still make an angle towards it though. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not sure. Either way, Aerial Academy are making the trek back though. They're winning these rounds out. They've done 2 rounds on Kitchen and they won both of them. Second one not nearly as, dominantly, but still great job to them to open those walls up. Great, that's still same play, getting into the site and getting the plant down despite the
I just spy an Epic Games launcher. Rainbow Six Siege. On Rainbow Six Siege broadcast? Is our observer cheating on our favorite game? Disgusting.
Anyway, we're on a Barn Games defense.
Disgusting.
And so far they've reinforced the hatch, and I don't know actually how much vertical control is by Surf. Actually, Ashton goes down first early to the big window from the office balcony. Venom will take the kill gladly, and once again we're starting off great for Aero.
We are on the precipice of a team coming back from 05 if this continues. Ambi, I mean, part of the reason, dude, Ambi, like, he just low-key went 1-6. I don't know. I didn't catch that till now. And Ambi is kind of a traffic cone right now. Ambi's, you see the shield. There it is. This is the Ambi we saw through 2 maps. And he's still playing the shield aggressively, though. A grenade is going to have his name on it. Any second. Yeah, you consider placing an ADS there next time, as you're going to lose Ambi now. Surf once again on the back foot, and I don't know, Benny. We might be seeing a comeback of a lifetime, though. Reed has something to say about that.
Well, you say that, but Spiff and Reed are low HP. It's only Asian on full, and Reed takes a much more damage inside of stock. Frozen has his eyes on stock to stop and rotate. Venom goes down to Asian, though. Asian at 4 HP. The last real, is that he considered the last real threat for this point to save this round? Looks like where is Spiff? I think Spiff went back to site too, so it's kind of on Asian, who's off site to try and make a play. So Spiff's playing coach check. We have Reed inside of stock, maybe to push out, try and make his way out of there, not trying to get corralled or stuck inside of stock where the play happens. And the last 2 players in Frozen Hypers, they're just taking time. They get a minute, so there's so much time. But no, Frozen, great shot onto Asian. Down he goes. And now Reed and Spiff, low HP. Looks like they have intel at least on 1 member of the attack coming down those library stairs. Spiff waiting for the play from the Yana of Hypers to walk down. But so far, with 49 seconds left, they still can take a second. Maybe look around, see if they can find openings, find a mistake by Surf.
Considering Hypers knows where Spiff is, if Spiff wins this gunfight, I will buy a new Lamborghini right after this game. With the down payment, Spiff is... there's just no way he wins this. 1 HP, Reed dies, and there it is. Spiff's dead. 4 in a row for Ariel Academy. However which way, and they've rushed. They've broken down the defense bit by bit. They've won in all kinds of ways, in either which way. They're 1 round away from tying it. Benny, and let me tell you, I think the last round that Surf won, I was like, this defense stinks. That was that round. Ever since then, it's been all Ariel Academy.
They heard you say their defense stinks, and they...
I mean, well, the good news there was that they were switching to attack right after that. So, I mean,
wow.
they've switched all right.
They've switched all right. They've done us. They've switched on us, and they've showed us that they're looking to win this map and go to playoffs. But they got 1 more round to tie it up. 3 more if they want to win this game in regulation. Can't let Surf take another round, or if the Surf's going to go on match points, they will have to go to overtime. We'll see. So far, we're back on Kitchen and Dining once again from Surf. They are thinking this is the site to win. They're not going to go to upstairs. They're not going to go downstairs. They're going to stick to Kitchen and Dining. And this, well, so far we've seen the rush from them. We've seen them go upstairs and not even actually really full roam clear. But even after the full roam clearing, unfortunately, Surf couldn't use that vertical pressure appropriately to stop the plant, despite having that control still in their hands.
At this point, we can bicker and quabble about the strategy.
That's been the entire cast.
And we can bicker and quabble, but the important thing here, Ashen had about a 3.0 rating stage. He's just 5 and 8. He's just kind of chilling. Ambi, 2 and 7. The more this drags along, and the more Asian drags his team's lifeless husk around, the more it is very real that Ariel Academy could very well pull one of the most ludicrous comebacks I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really went from being a AAA game, AAA team, to being an indie game.
Yeah, it just turned into
a one-man developer. It's all Asian. It's the only person really playing right now. Where's the AAA? Where's the quality AAA gameplay from these members? Unfortunately, it's not there. They're opening up this wall into office to push them off. Asian last time was the man to hold the top floor by himself. But again, with the hatch closed, maybe holding on the top floor isn't really meaningful, because from there, though he is a Rooney, and we talked about maybe using that, that mechanical arm of his to open up and deny the lamp above. Asian, too late. That's not going to go off. You really can't Astral Claw the
Asian. That's Ashen.
I keep saying it by accident every single time. But either way, that's too late for you to run through the electrical claw. So once you see it go off, you really can't stop that. Asian playing the bathroom, looking to get a peek, and they have no clue. Where's the intel? No intel on Hypers for Hypers to go off of.
Benny, stop what you're doing. There were 2 people on drones there, and neither of them were droning him.
Oh.
So I don't know what that was.
So again, no intel Hypers. He doesn't get
that is an egregious case of no drone Jerome at the worst possible time, because Ariel had all the momentum, and they just kind of ceded a little bit of it there. And Surf, good. The Echo drone. I mean, is anyone on that Echo drone? I don't see anyone on that Echo drone. So this is an opportunity. Oh, just kidding. Spiff just has headphones. Who needs intel when you have headphones? He knows. He hears Spiker coming. And wow, going back to that entry play from once again, can't fathom why he's even pushing that deep in there. Again, this isn't a full dedicated clear based on how they're playing it.
They just want to make sure there's no vertical control. Then, well, so this one looks like they're going to walk in, and Ashen's just going to finish off Frozen.
Oh, man. This is looking like match point Surf, Ben.
Yep. Match point Surf here. Let's Vena do something crazy, and Dami just somehow clears the top floor. But actually, he's gone to the basement. He's going to run up right into Spiff's waiting arms. Vena takes 1. He takes out Ashen, who's been playing in the back as that Kaid, trying to electric claw, but he's getting shot in the back by Asian, who just jumps off the balcony. And from there, yes, Surf on match point, and the side of Ariel looked so good in these past 4 rounds, and then just dropping the ball.
I'm gonna make a football reference. It's like having a nice 20-play drive. Benny, I'm sure you don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
You pleb, don't watch sports. This is like having a 20-play drive, and then you just fumble. Right there. You're right there. The end zone's right there. You just fumble it away. After a long, grueling drive to get to this point, you just fumble the football. You fumble the bag. And you may have just fumbled this series away with, that was a goofy round.
That was the comedy that I thought we had got rid of after the 4-round, wins from ARIAL Academy. I thought we were just done with the comedy. I thought it was all serious at this point.
I mean,
Attackers need to locate and defend
now Surf's in a position. Surf, 2 rounds to go to. I mean, at the very worst, this is going to OT. Like, the 5-0 lead just might go to OT for them, but they have 2 chances to just end the game right now. And ARIAL Academy, man, it's honestly heartbreaking either which way. That was very doable. Every chalet attack is very doable.
The fact they still brought it back that time before when they played that site, and they're still in they were in a man disadvantage, and still brought it back, got the plant down, turned it into a post plant. Couldn't quite replicate that or recreate that. Couldn't clear out Asian from the top floor. Again, Hyper's walking in with the intel was also, I don't know if that was, Hyper's going too fast or his team wasn't behind him on that or what happened there, but
maybe they were droning every single other room. Maybe they were like bathroom clear, closet clear, solo clear, and then they just didn't run the bath. Like, that's what happens all the time.
Well, that also, but you said before, if they're not going to full clear it, why push that far then? If you are going to full clear it, someone should have been in the bathroom window.
Here's when I keep harping on this, because it's like, usually when you full clear it, you're on the solar rappel, you're in the bathroom window, you're on the...
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're not just walking through the doorways.
Oh, was that in time?
Blindly.
Nope.
No.
Not in time again. You can't.
Cade versus Thermite is almost impossible.
It's literally, it's so difficult to do. That is such a difficult task. So.
With Thatcher, mainly. Honestly, you could do it with Thatcher. Like,
at that point, why even bring Kaid?
Exactly. So... I mean, you're obviously trying to pull out all the stops as well to anything that you can do to make it not easy for someone better.
True. Yeah. Well, hey, it looks like they've
roaming right now. Like, there's roamers everywhere.
They are everywhere. Oh, it looks like let's see if they can clear this roam. Looks like opening up all these windows, all these different angles, and Hyper's just inside a coat check. Asian has no clue. Down he goes. Maybe looking to Matt. Maybe we're looking towards overtime, but still look at Browns at the window.
When the kill leader has been eliminated, overtime does very much look likely. Though 2 rounds away from that, you lose Asian, the guy who's just had enough. He put his glasses on for this map. He flexed his biceps this map. But he's dead now. It's got to be some combination of Ashen. Again, Ashen has he's cold like a McDonald's Sprite, and not in a good way. Thermite charge is on electricity, but he's still going to get it off because why not?
Yep.
Why not?
Right? Yeah, no. That works. And that's good. But Ashton, he could be looking to win this round for his team. Spiff as well, taking out Spiker. Spiff is doing well on there. He's actually flanking through Dining, but Frozen's there to take him down. And 3v3. If they can somehow get this plant down, seem to deny these rotates. Actually, the timing, though, he hears the lifeline being brought out. He swings. Ashton doesn't get the kill. Looks like, Domi's going to re-swing and take that kill in return. And with that, can they gain the control they need to get that plant down? Still, though, looks like Reed's in a good place to try and stop it. Ambi playing 90 to try and, help him out and play support. Looks like Smoke's come up and Frozen, looking to stop any rotate through. And looks like they're going to try and jump down, get that plant down behind that bookcase. But great shots from Reed despite that. Venom with the refrag. It's down to just Ambi in a 1v2 and make his teams win here. 7-4. Can he do it? And he stopped the plant. He has 20 seconds to get that kill onto the planter of Vena. He's now backed off. And no, Domi there. He's in time to drop the kill and give them 6-5. Looking to go to overtime.
Reed Sync, man. Reed Sync, it's like you got an A on every assignment for the semester, Reed Sync. And then you fail the final. I don't know why I swung again. He had the bomb down and he just... Oh, I gotta go for the Twitter clip.
That'll be sometimes. Hey, they still got a chance to win it right here in regulation, though, but they're going back to the bedroom. Back to the bedroom and office for Surf. Actually, no, have they played here yet? Maybe I'm wrong. They haven't played here, have they?
They have? Well, actually, the other team played here.
No,
Like
yeah, no, they haven't
me.
played it yet. No, I was right. Yeah, because they played Kitchen 3 times for God's sakes.
Wow. Okay.
Attackers need to locate
We'll buckle
and
up,
defuse
ladies and gentlemen.
bombs.
6-5, Surf. Because, Jesus, if this goes to overtime, cannot imagine what the mentals would be like. Surf, so.
Hey, let's hope this time, in this instance, Aerial Academy actually uses the big window.
Nah. We'll just see what they end up going for. I see the furry smoke from Spiff. By the way, in SCS, you are allowed to wear furry smoke. You
Are they
allowed to
gonna
do that.
allow the Thorn headgear when Thorn's
Yep, we will
available
have. We
too?
will allow the cat ear thorn and the furry smoke. That is a special theme of our league. I'll just leave it at that.
Attackers are moving out.
Just like that.
It's
All I need to know.
It's a theme. All right, so here we go. This is for part of the marbles, but a significant amount of them, especially. I mean, a lot of marbles if you're Aerial, because if you get to overtime, like I like Aerial's chances in taking the series outright. Surf had a 5-0 lead. If you're just tuning in, it has evaporated.
Also depends too. I guess I'm assuming Surf are on. Actually, I wonder. Yeah, I wonder who's on
Are they just gonna
overtime.
rush this door?
Oh, are they? Actually, let me check who's on overtime
Question mark?
sides.
A bomb has been located.
Yeah, you do that while we actively look at the fact that they could just impact this door and go for it. There's a possibility. That is literally what they're doing. Look at your screen, ladies and gentlemen, because Aerial Academy is trying to force overtime with an office balcony rush, and it's working because Surf had no idea that was coming. Rose is going to start to plant 2 versus 5. If you blinked, if you were on another tab, you missed it. Overtime is on the menu, barring an absolute miracle from Asian. He won't even get a shot off. Aerial Academy with a heroic rush.
Guess what?
To complete
Aerial
a
Academy-
5-0 reverse comeback.
Aerial Academy on attack in overtime.
Oh, boy.
This could be it. This could be it. Surf are going to go down to the decider match.
Okay, it's too soon to say.
You say that, but like we've seen the side so far, the attack has won the majority of the rounds in the halves. unless Aerial Academy just somehow forgot to attack despite the last 6 rounds.
There were 2 rushes, right? We're pausing right now. We have to gather ourselves.
Timeout.
There were
What's going on?
There were 2 different rushes, right? That were
True,
ridiculous.
true,
The
rushes.
West Main rush and what we just saw. And then there was
guess.
a very interesting 2 versus 2 that could have went either way.
True.
So all bets are off. You may think it's just, the attack's just raffle stomping. There's been some raffle stomping, but for the most part, some of these rounds, this has been a little thing here, like Ashen in the basement with his C4. Like if he doesn't do that, or if he did it a little differently, who knows how that round would have went, right? So we have no idea what we're in store for overtime. All I know is that was I'm just gonna say it. Usually I reserve my use of the word biblical, but that was one of the most biblical comebacks I've ever seen. They're down 0-5, and I'm gonna be honest, they looked pathetic. They looked like puppies in the water. They looked like
Damn.
And they found a way to come back.
Hey. Well, we're going back to bar and gaming, and last time we saw from Surf on this bar gaming defense, they had a different strat than you'd expect. I think more out of the box. They were playing for having shields facing towards library. They reinforced the hatch inside of the library. They expected Aerial Academy to take library, take that control, and then push into books, push into the hallway, take fights. And despite that, having that that expectation, they still lost most of the gunfights. Early picks from Aerial Academy when it came to pushing that double window on fireplace, grenading one of the shields and getting a kill off of that grenade onto one member inside the hallway, and then from there just taking that control, dealing heavy damage to the anchors. And then it was really just Asian at that point who was offsite, who tried to make a play. He does get 1 kill, but then he gets refragged by Frozen. And there from its, I think it was actually a 2v3 or 3v2 that just ended up just Spiff and Reed, who are already low HP, of trying to somehow win those fights.
All I know is they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They're going to be talking about the angst that has occurred in this match for years to come if Surf does not win this game. I would, you know, you don't have to be a fly on the wall. Just follow these guys on Twitter and just look at Twitter after. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm sure.
5 seconds left.
ARIAL Academy. Once again, it took some rushes here and there.
Objective is to defuse a bomb.
It took some magic on some rounds in the clutch, but they got to this point after being down and out. Do they dare rush again? Honestly, I wouldn't rule it out. Where's Dami going?
Nah, Dami's
Okay, never mind. I thought they were gonna try. I thought they were gonna try that like that window above Snowmobile. Like, they're gonna try something crazy.
Well, at least they're droning, so they maybe try and, you know, find an exploit, find a, you know, a weakness in this defense. But it is seen to be a very, you know, normal defense compared to what they did before on their last gaming and bar defense. Well, see, looks like they're not going to walk in these frost mats though. They're going to destroy them. Not going to fall for that like ARIAL Academy did, not ARIAL Academy, but Surf did a little bit on their attacks on this site. Snipers made way into the library. Nobody's contesting it. Nobody's stopping them. And actually, yeah, there were actually no shields. So they are doing these same shields facing towards the library like last time. So I wonder if it actually pays off this time if they're able to hold on to them. But the grenade wants some hypers. Last time it blew them up, but there should be... Never mind.
There should be an ADS, right? But there just isn't again. Are we crazy?
Well, if he burned it, do you think he'd walk away?
I think he thatched it. I don't know. Spiff got Dami, though, trade central. But Spiff was the player relying on that K to be on, I mean, alive. In the double door shield there, and he's not anymore. So he should probably rotate away, and he rotates right in the hyper. Meaning that... yes, the comeback might just happen here. Reed desperately trying to hold on in the stock room. I mean, that could have been a shot that changed the round, but instead a narrow miss from Ambi. It's going to allow for, I mean, the thermite, or whoever that was outside there, to live a little bit longer. May change how the round goes. Spiker's pushed into mud, and Hypers is just running around. Hypers is running up and down the stairs, and you name it. And it's going to be an intense minute here.
Oh, Reed taking heavy shots in stock. Asian's playing the bottom of library stairs. He's going to be the helper, remember, to help out Reed. And Ambi's got a position to try and stop any kind of flanks or any kind of different directions that ARIAL Academy take in this late round. Hypers makes his way through. Knows one's in stock. Actually, no, Reed isn't in stock. He's just below the hatch. Is his position known? Vena goes down to Asian, though. Great shot onto the member outside the doorway. So now they know most of the members from where the members are at. They know Reed's there. He's been red. He's dead down. It's just Asian with the kill on the Spiker, though. It's still close. These last two members on ARIAL Academy looking to win this attacking round to put them further. Frozen begins playing the fuser. This is the best time to take these fights. Asian with a great shot in Hypers. He's been leading his team the entire map, and he'll finish off on the Frozen most likely, and he'll take
Asian
that defense round, despite the way these rounds have gone. A quad kill for Asian to keep his team in the running. They need one attacking round, just one, and they can take this map for themselves in playoffs.
Right now,
what?
Surf, if they're getting salary, everybody just needs to hand their check over to Asian, right? Just hand over your check.
Seriously.
Everybody, if Surf gets a ring for this, everybody just give Asian your ring.
You know,
This guy has just single-handedly won them.
I guess it's really true when you said just dragging the lifeless corpse or lifeless husk.
I mean, I don't know what in the world like happened to the other 4 people on the team, but I'll tell you right now, when Asian turns 18, their people will be LFT in mass. Okay.
I wonder how mad Asian would be if he hit like 30 kills and they lose his match. I think he's on 26 now.
23.
Like that, right? No, he's not. Is he more than
He's dropping Jordan numbers.
He's 23. Okay, so it's not that crazy, but still, that's crazy.
He's 23-6.
He's 23.
Not that crazy.
And if they lose this match, I would be livid.
Yeah, I don't know what I would say. This is just ridiculous. Okay, so I should gather myself.
Well,
Weird.
Yeah.
Master defense. Master defense.
Double window. The window.
This is just been, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, what do you say? Do you know English still?
10 seconds to insertion.
It's inexplicable because
5 seconds to insertion.
just want to remind everybody that ARIAL Academy, they literally came in the Twitch chat after, right?
Yeah.
Like after the map 2, and like Lamau cookies, we don't scrim.
Oh, they said that. I didn't know they said that.
Oh, they did. In 4K, Lamau. You should know that.
If they
said.
win this.
No, they said Lamau. You should know that. And they were on the cusp of completing one of the most ridiculous comebacks I've ever seen. So knowing that, and knowing how Surf's playing against T-Net,
nope.
I don't know if they're doing that to gaslight and say that they don't scrim or what, but they are somehow hanging around. It's ridiculous.
That is crazy. If they don't scrim and they're making it this competitive against Surf, that's crazy to see. And I would love to see this team stick together. But hey, it's for fun though. He just made his way already into solar take here from Surf, and that's kind of the big thing. They know that it's been difficult before, and they have angles on bedroom or bathroom, and they have nobody on big window, so that lets Hypers just change angles once again and walk into the bathroom, walk into the closet. And he just sets the shield up in closet to deny the push into the bedroom.
Who's just chilling on the rappel on their phone playing?
He got off. It was Spiff.
This guy, he's playing Angry Birds. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen someone pull a shield out in full view of the window and not die. Hypers though is going to, and I mean, since he didn't die there, he's going to kill Ashen, and now Spiff's going to go to the window. But I think the damage has been done. You lost Ashen. You lost Mr. 1.6 rating. That is not KD.
And the Yokais last time are huge too. The smokes, the Yokais just stopping the push. Hypers another kill onto Asian, the person who's been leading the team this entire match. Can they still even win this round?
Thermite said, you know what, screw it. I'm going to put the team on my back. Runs through the smoke. Angle grip Thermite. Who needs Ashen when you have that? And he does have the diffuser, and he can start planning any given second. Ambi's concerned about a flank. That is most definitely coming. Spiker is full sprinting. Does not have C4 or impacts either, so he's not necessarily helpful from below. The flank's not going to come through. The big window is there, Benny. We've preached and cried about it all series, but we have a big window player, and we have a Surf victory and a Surf playoff team. After one of the most mind-numbing best of threes I've ever witnessed, Surf eventually pulls it off. 5-0 lead evaporated. We bring it to overtime. And it ends like that for ARIAL Academy, but it's not over for ARIAL Academy. They'll be playing a decider match next week to decide.
Also, yeah, if they bring that same energy to the next match,
they're slamming whoever it is. It doesn't matter. Forget it. You're not beating these guys.
Yeah, I have no doubt. If ARIAL Academy bring the same energy to their next game, they are going to playoffs. I am predicting them next week when they play. I think they're going to win.
Yeah, I'm not believing them anymore. I think they're actually just gaslighting when they say like, we don't brag. We scrimmed once in our lives. That's got to be a lie. These guys are playing way too good. Way too much talent. We got Valorant V here.
We gotta see. If we're doing an interview, we gotta see what the interviewer from Surf has to say about this game, though.
I don't even know what to ask him. What do you say?
Save it. What
What was going through your mind when it was 5-0?
What was going through your mind when you just?
Holy crap!
What was going in Reed's mind when he chased Frozen down the hatch? And why did it take you 14 rounds to finally use the big window on Master Bedroom?
Okay. Either way, I'm gonna ask questions that come straight from my heart when we get to that. But wow, what a funny game. 5-0. I swear to you, ARIAL Academy, they look like some puppies in the rain, right? I was just like, there's no way this team, their strats ran out. It's over for this pug sack. And they just rattle off all these rounds. They win this 2 versus 2. You're witnessing the wingman scenario. They win it. And then Ambi dies to the same grenade. Ambi died to that same grenade like 3 times. But it didn't matter. It's just
You see again. And Asian with the 4K too. Like he literally was the reason why they won that map.
Stop.
I can't.
It was fun.
I don't know who you're interviewing.
It was fun. Oh, they're not in there yet. I don't know actually, but wow, that was a funny game.
Wait, do we have stats? I want to see stats at least.
That was a fun, exciting, eclectic game from both teams.
What do you say, eclectic? What does that word mean anyway?
I don't know. Pretty sure it means exciting.
It's the name of a team, so I thought you knew what the word.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it means exciting. I just, dude, I gotta think.
Yeah.
What I want to ask.
Oh, you're trying to think of questions here, because that was quite the match though. 7-4, 8-6, 8-6. Wow. I guess I'm sorry for doubting Aero Academy whatsoever.
I mean, don't be sorry. These jokesters, right? They come in chat. We don't scrim. Hip Hypers, if you don't scrim and you're dropping 14. Like, jeez. And Dami was a bit of a traffic cone, but it doesn't matter. Because honestly, it doesn't matter. All these stats, like, yeah, they're cool and they look pretty, but it's the number at the top of your screen that matters. And yes, Asian dropped 23, but his team won. More importantly, they won. They won this hard-fought ball game.
Oh my god! Oh, it looks like you'll be yeah. Looks like we got our interview. So let me a little bit. Wait though, but yeah, these stats are crazy though. And Asian went 23-7 on one map. Wow. Yeesh. Oh man, that was quite a map, and I am definitely excited to see ARIAL Academy beat whoever they play next week, and I have full confidence that they're going to run them over.
I mean, you're talking crazy.
No,
they're gonna run them over?
Yeah, I think they run them over. I think they run them over.
It's a Challenger League team, whoever that is they're gonna play. It's gonna be a Challenger League team. So
hey, what if they replayed
Mickey
Nocturnes?
Mouse? Is that what you're
close
saying?
Game. I don't know. They did a close game against Nocturnes last week. Did they play Nocturnes again at Wichita Wolves? Well, hey, but look at these full stats for all three maps.
Dang, Dami. Doing 8 on the
yeah,
Hey, bro, Dami really don't be playing no more, huh?
They don't scrim.
Dami's playing like a 4-year-old man with ankle problems. But it's okay because his team still competed. Spiker, like I talked about earlier, Spiker doesn't need JJ, right? JJ, like, you're nothing without Spiker, actually.
Damn.
You're nothing. Spiker, look, he had 10 more kills than everyone on his team. Just LeBron, Spiker, James. Ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. I mean, Frozen too. I mean, Frozen, like, I wonder if Frozen's still playing on a, what's it called?
What?
Integrated graphics or something. They always have something funny.
Really? That's kind of crazy.
He was at one point. I don't know if that's still a thing, but incredible.
Yeah, that was a great match to watch. It was that last map was probably the most ridiculous of them all, and I'm thinking, dude, that's what you want to see. I want to see these teams head to head. Some great matches, no one-sided affairs. Those just aren't fun to watch.
Well, that definitely wasn't one-sided.
Not at all.
That was funny. But yes, we're just waiting on the interviewee. The interviewee is I don't know who it is. It was Ambi, but it seems Ambi has decided he's not going to do the interview. I think it's going to be someone. I think it's going to be Froshiak. When we get
the coach.
When we get to that point, it will be Froshi. Okay. No Ambi interview. I know the fans are disappointed. I am. Personally, I wanted to ask him directly about why he got naded like 3 times in the same spot. I said I have to talk to Froshi. Froshi.
I can't hear you.
You're not. There you go, Froshi.
There
How
you
are
are.
you?
I'm good. Hello.
I gotta say, all right. I mentioned the coaching staff for Surf, and I did not know that you were the coaching staff.
Yeah, it's just me right now.
When did you join this team, actually?
Maybe a little over 2 weeks ago. 18 days ago.
That explains why. Yeah, 'cause you were on,
I was on Aqualics. I was
around.
on Okami for like almost 9 months, and then I was on Aqualics, so like 7 months with Okami.
Well, tell me about the preparation that went into going against a team, Roshi, that does not, allegedly, they do not scrim. They just show up and play. And they took it to you. How did you guys prepare, and how did you adapt in this
one
to win?
It's always tough to prep for pug stacks like this because they're not just like a normal aggressive team. They're like they're very unpredictable. It's like you're kind of prepping for a whole different kind of siege that you're ready to play. And to me, I don't like it because I'm a prep heavy person. And when we play a team that practices a lot, they're probably a little more predictable. They're a little more unpredictable, and that's where they caught us off with some stuff here. And I just kind of make sure my players know a bunch of the ratty stuff they do and stuff like that.
How would you describe the mental fortitude that was necessary? I can't believe I'm saying this because I'm just in disbelief, as I'm sure everyone watching and as you are. You guys were up 5-0. What were the comms like? What was the energy? And how in the world did you pull that out despite blowing a 5-0 lead?
So we did really well on Chalet defense. We knew that they were not going to be good on Chalet. At least, I knew I was prepared for it. And we come out really good on attack, and our vibes were really high. And after the first 3 rounds on defense, I think we were expecting it to be like, oh, we're going to 7-0, we're going to 7-1. And after they started fighting a little more, we started our feathers getting ruffled a bit. That's why I called the timeout at 12, or round 12, after round 12, just to make sure everyone was calm. And we did much better on round 13.
Okay, and then you managed to close it out. So yeah, I mean that was a treat. It was a treat. Is there anything else that you want to say about the triple A's on your team? I mean Asian and Ashen were just.
Well, it's one of the two, right? It's always one of them. One of the two. They're gonna do great. It's seriously a big blessing to be able to work with very talented players. I think coming over with my experience, it's been really good to see how effective they're able to get into the map and be able to do their jobs. And it's really great how they're able to play off of their teammates. They get a lot of the spotlight, but Spiff, Reed, Ambi have been doing a lot as well to make sure to enable them.
Absolutely, definitely look enabled out there, man. It was close, but you guys did it. You're a playoff team. How do you like your chances in the playoffs? Last question. How do you think you're going to do?
I don't think we have any reason to not think we're going to win. There's a lot of strong teams in there. I think we're going to play the winner of the elimination match in Group A. So we're going to play ARIAL Rise most likely, and I don't see why there's a reason we can't win that match. And I don't see why there's a reason we can't qualify for the Pro-Am.
Absolute championship mentality. That's what I like to hear. That's why I asked you that. Alrighty. Right. I appreciate your time, Froshi. I appreciate that match. That was ridiculous.
Right. Thank you,
that was
Cookies.
awesome.
Have a nice night.
Have a good rest of the night.
Yeah, you
Have
too.
a good rest of the season. I'm sure I'll talk to you again.
Yeah.
And yes, Benny, it was a pleasure. Group D
it was.
is indeed Surf Esports. The second place team, though, we're going to see. It's going to be either Wichita Wolves and Nachos, which, by the way, is coming up right now, right after this.
What,
as
after
soon
this?
as I'm done talking, we're jumping right in. Just kidding. But it's going to be right after this.
Wait, what?
And then, yeah, Benny, you're casting another one. Are you ready? But yeah, this is, that's going to be a fun one. Elimination game, CL teams. One of those Mickey Mouse teams is going to get slammed out of SDS. Not even, just going to get grouped, right? And then you've got, of course, ARIAL Academy waiting in that decider match. But before we do that, Benny, I want to tell you all about Mike and Ike. Mike and Ike. Chewy, delicious, sweet, flavorful. Mike and Ike is awesome. Mike and Ike is delicious. Get you a pack of it. Mega Mix is an alternative to the regular version. There's a lot of flavors that you can choose from if you're picky like me. That's all I got.
Hey, bring your candies to the next level with Mike and Ike's. I like the sour candy, really. I don't know why nobody likes it. Come on, guys. Somebody's got to like me.
I hate candy because I'm cutting. I gotta watch
my that's true too. Hey, if you're trying to be fit, candy ain't for you. But hey, if you're looking good, you want something sweet, Mike and Ike's could be that candy for you. But hey, that's enough. That's all for me. That's my last one. To get Crow next come with Cookies. Cast in the next game. Casted Wichita Wolves versus Nocturnes.
Okay, bye. I'm sick of you. Goodbye. Bring on Crow.